Quiet? Is it normally as quiet? I guess not. I guess I just had my audio blaring the last couple days. Deal with this. Sorry, is this guy bothering you? Don't worry about it. Here we go. Alright, let's go to the stream. The live stream. Nope, hold on. There we go. That'll get it started. Did that work? There's a cat in front of my monitor. I can't quite see. And post. "7 years in the game." That's certainly a way of putting it. A way of putting? I fear I'm about to be attacked. I sense something. Can we get Buck in frame? That's farther away. That's basically as in frame Buck is going to be. That's right! 7 whole entire whole years whole. Full circular hole there. And sure, there are specific stream anniversaries and stream traditions that we've been upholding since the very beginning. Finish February is off and on, a little bit on occasion. It started mainly we did 22, 23, 24, 25. As of late, the last couple years, 2023 onward, we've been watching EVO every year, and I'm pretty set on watching EVO again this year. That's like 2 weekends from now. There's going to be a big stream extravaganza. I'm pretty sure. Again, it depends on how much of the video I'm working on, like, is done. So we will simply have to see, cross that bridge when we get to it. Of course, we have this weekend, the upcoming annual BH Ultra Live Gaming Roulette. The only tradition on stream that we've been doing every year. Same goes for Fall Guys Fall. There's a lot of that going around. And of course, July 4th, we have a very special 4th of July broadcast that we do every year. Then we have a Halloween special, the Weeks of Ultramas, Pokemonth on occasion. These are a lot of stream-based traditions, but today is not my streamiversary, nor is it a very special milestone for stream, although this is stream number 978. The fact of the matter is that I started streaming February 2020, I believe. It was the start of 2020. Little did I know that that was the perfect time to start streaming because that's when the pandemic lockdown started. A little bit after that, and then we parlayed that into playing Animal Crossing. And Animal Crossing has been a pervasive part of these streams ever since the lineage, but we're not at the 1000th stream yet. What is today, June 15th, 2026, is the 7th anniversary of the creation. Well, I created it a little bit before. The first upload on the BH Ultra YouTube channel that you can't watch now, but if you want to see snippets of it, it is within that Smash Bros video, the second Smash Bros video. That's my thing about, like, doing a big anniversary thing, is I feel like I did kind of cover anniversary stuff within that Smash Bros video. That is its own saga. That tells its own story. I'm shilling right now. What I have noticed or realized as of late, I think in my adult ages, I was very staunch in this opinion that summer was my least favorite season. That as an adult, when I'm not, like, getting out of school or getting out of work for the summer, all it is just way too hot. Maybe I was a little bit of a recluse back then. Arguably, I'm still kind of a little bit of a recluse. And my opinions haven't changed about spring, about autumn, about winter. I think autumn is still my favorite. I love Christmas a lot, but I think winter lasts a little bit too long in the grand scheme of things. But looking back on it, now that I have allowed myself to step outside a little bit and allowed myself to, I was very proud when I first moved out about not taking anything from my family or parents or whatever. It's like, I'm not going to go on family vacation. I'm not going to get any free handouts from you guys. I'm going to do it all on my own. And then that money dried up and I'm broke right now. So anytime my parents were like, hey, do you want to get dinner? I'm like, oh, free food, absolutely. So as an adult, I understand why people go to the beach. I used to really not like it as, like, a teenager because, like, there's no outlets on the beach. But now it makes me nostalgic for being a kid and going to the beach with these families. But what I'm learning now is that BH Ultra, the channel, the brand, the person, as much as I have had a lot of fun and festivity in making Smash Bros. Videos or Christmas specials in winter, Halloween specials, occasional wrestling stuff in spring, maybe just because I'm not really watching wrestling actively right now, or at least, like, current wrestling, that spring, the well of spring is sort of dried up. But now we have other traditions. You know, I go to MagFest, I go to MomoCon, stuff like that. But as I'm looking back, in the grand scheme of BH Ultra, as is portrayed on the internet, I have always said, I trust the farmers, I trust Google.com. Summer starts June 21st or June 22nd and ends September 21st, the 21st night of September. Most people you ask will tell you that summer is June, July, August, and that makes sense. That's fair. I'm just waiting until the 22nd to change my look and change the set until it's the summer streams. I'm very particular about stuff like that. But looking back, the fact that, like, Total Drama has sort of been built off of summer, because for me, Total Drama would always air in the summer in the West on Cartoon Network, that now it's become a tradition on the channel that most people are watching around July, right? The most viewed videos have come out in July. My cat's birthday, like, July 31st is the anniversary of that video where I shaved my head the first time. That video that keeps changing the title, and last year's Total Drama Island online video, which started the Total Pokemon Island rewatch. And even like the brackets in the Patreon started in the summer. Stoked was in the summer. And this channel started in the middle of June, arguably in the summer. So as much as I have been kicking and scratching and clawing and fighting it and wanting to be a spooky Halloween guy, or I much prefer Christmas iconography, or spring has sprung, everyone remembers BH Ultra Spring. I think in the totality of the stream, the stuff that does the stuff that people engage with the most from a historical standpoint and the channel itself, BH Ultra might be a summer channel. I might have to tip my hat and say it's the summer of BH Ultra, the summer of Ultra, but it isn't yet, because to me it's still spring. What does this chat say? Smash Bros video reminds of the bits and memories of old Alpha Red videos that are in my head but are just gone now. Yeah, maybe that's also it too, that like, yeah, Smash Bros would release in December and the game itself makes me think of the holidays. And of course, October leading up to that. But like that summer, that first E3 reveal, that was a big deal. Speaking of which, do you know what happened in this day in BH Ultra Live history? 5 years ago, that's not it, 5 years ago. In the first ever apartment away from my parents that we only lived in for a couple months, it was very dusty, would watch on June 15th, 2021, Nintendo's E3 presentation, which is mirrored for some reason. This is Kazuya. This is when Kazuya Tekken was first announced for the Super Smash Bros. Game, a character that I mistakenly thought was from Yakuza when I first saw it. They don't announce any other characters in this, right? It's just Kazuya? Honestly, I think coming out of this, the thing I was most excited for coming out of this E3 was Metroid Dread. I think this is the last proper E3, because it like shut down after that. But I do like that this week in June is still, all these companies still recognize that June is the best time to announce all of their games. It's really funny that there's only 3 games coming out in November, though. And honestly, outside of remakes, there's only like 2 or 3 games that I have any interest in playing at all. But that was 2021. Does anything happen after that? 2023, June 15th, 2023, we continued our Pokemon Fire Red run only using a Squirtle into the post-game leading up to that final Elite Four battle, the Elite Four rematch that I didn't think was doable. Why is he taking his headphones out? Stop doing bits. Show the gameplay. Look, it's lower. Stop doing bits. I want to show gameplay. All right. And then 2 years ago, June 15th, 2024, not only did it mark, well, this is a very specific anniversary because this was the 5th year anniversary. I couldn't get all the boys together, but what it amounted to being, what that stream was the 5th annual BH Ultra Gaming Roulette, this time in the Nintendo Switch roulette, where we would spin a wheel and pit everyone against each other in a bunch of different Nintendo Switch games. So I'm going to try and edit them over the next couple days, but I want to have all the roulette streams edited on the Turbo channel. For those of you who don't know, every year since this channel, I'm talking BH Ultra Live channel, since its inception, we have held a contest every year called the Gaming Roulette, where we get 4 or occasionally 5, well, the 5th person's always rotational, where we get 4 competitors together across one night to play a very specific console's library of games. And we have all those games put on a big wheel. And we spin that big wheel, and whatever the wheel lands on is the game we must play. And whoever wins the most games by the end of that stream is crowned that year's gambling master. Right now on the Turbo channel, you can watch edits of 2020, 2021, and 2022's contests, which are GameCube, PlayStation, Multi-Tap, and Xbox. And the next 3 years are N64, Nintendo Switch, and Dreamcast, which was last year. We're going back to basics a little bit because the first 2 gaming roulettes were held across Discord, across Parsec. And this year, because it's a big friend slop year, really branching out in the Patreon, I'm giving the friends of Friend Slop, the patrons, an opportunity to compete in this year's annual roulette stream. This time, for the anniversary of Xbox. Not only is it the channel anniversary, I mean, it's not a big anniversary, just 7 years, but this year is the 25th anniversary of Xbox, and I wanted to celebrate that, not just by playing original Xbox games on stream, but also an Xbox 360 roulette if I can get the Xbox 360 emulator to work. I haven't actually tested it yet. I should probably do that today, but I've got a lot on my plate right now. You'll have to excuse me. I got to edit the roulette streams first. Actually, I'll play it by ear. Whatever. I've wasted enough time. Speaking of Xbox, it is an anniversary after all. And for those of you who weren't here last week, because 2 Mondays ago, Monday has just become the day where we play the Xbox Series X. 2 Mondays ago, we started our journey through the new game Lego Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight. Last Monday, all the people that showed up on stream, hello, yippee! I allowed them to pick which game we play. Because if you think about it, like going to this library, including all of the... Wait, hold on. How do I do the full library? Yeah, this is not only games I have downloaded and have already bought, but also all the games you get free with Game Pass. Look at all these games. We could play any of these games today. Honestly, where is it? Celeste, I know people are big on that nowadays. Crash Bandicoot. Cuphead we played last time. Cyberpunk, Death Stranding are games that came out the last couple of years. Deathloop that I've never properly played. But down here is... I don't want to sway you either way, but I do want to say that... I think it's down here. Or is it under S? No, it would be... Wait, is it under... yeah, Hollow Knight Silksong. What's funny is the reason today is the BH Ultra anniversary is because that first video we uploaded was a podcast where me and the boys, a couple of my friends... let's do some polite claps for my friend Chris. And also, obviously, you guys know Ranch. That podcast... episode happened so we could talk about all the games announced at E3 2019. And of course, the big tagline was Banjo-Kazooie. Of course, as you guys are saying, coming to Super Smash Bros. But another tagline was the announcement of Hollow Knight Silksong. That game was announced in 2019, and it came out last year. I know you guys are fighting for a specific game, but I do want to say something real quick. I just bought Lego Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight, and I've only played it that one time. What we could do on these Xbox streams, this isn't me saying, this is me just like, pitching it to the world. Obviously, it's your guys' decision. What we could do is every other Monday continue to play Lego Batman, and then the alternating Mondays, we can do just regular Game Pass stuff. There's a wide Xbox library of games to play. The last 4 games I played were Cuphead, Lego Batman, Lego Pirates, and Resident Evil Requiem. Shout out Cloning Clyde, by the way. So there's a lot of options here. All for Lego Batman. All right, that's one for... All right, now we're doing show of hands. Now we'll do chat. That's... Where's the biggest chat? I guess this is the biggest chat. I'll let it sit there in my hand. More Lego Batman could be fun. All right, but are these your answers? Are these the answers you guys are locking in for sure? I'm very shiny today. Have you noticed that? What's going on over here? Wait. What is that, actually? I'm glowing. I've got a 7-year glow. That's another vote. Okay, that's one vote for Cuphead. We might just continue playing Cuphead. One person has locked in Cuphead as their answer. Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts. All right. That's one for Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts. Lego Batman laugh is the best meme in history. I think you need to progress considering you played so much Lego to get to Lego Batman. Locking in Lego Batman. I pick Cuphead IMO. Okay, so that's 2 for Lego Batman, 2 for Cuphead, and 1 for Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts. I have to ask you, Pogged Peter. Hello, Peter. Since you're the only vote that has a singular one, Peter, I need you to break the tie. What we could do is do a little half and half situation. People in the Patreon Discord server told me I was playing Cuphead badly, poorly. I disagree. I think I was doing great eventually. This is pissing me off. Why is it? Okay, that's center. Maybe it's the camera. Can I yoink the P.O. box this time? Yes. I mean, you're allowed to, yes. I don't know it off the top of my head. So hopefully somebody who was talking on stream the previous night will show up today to copy and paste it to you. It's somewhere. It might be in the fucking Discord. Okay, actually, let me look. You haven't actually gotten to the Lupa Lego Batman. You got to at least make it that far. All right, well, Peter. Pogged Peter, what do you think? It's all up to you. It's laying on your lap right now. Actually, do I get a vote? Is it an announcement? Officially been announced. But is this correct? Because I feel like I had to correct this. Hold on. I might have like an image here. I kind of want to see your Cuphead gameplay, but I haven't seen any Lego Batman. Huh? Hopefully. Well, that doesn't answer my question. It's got to be one or the other. Unless you guys want to do half and half. I suppose we could. I need my keyboard. My poo box. P-O. B-O-X. Okay, this one says fixed. Let me open all these goddamn Photoshop documents. I'll have to let you know. Hold on. And then I'll write it down. Okay, it's opening up Photoshop right now. Cuphead? Alright, we're doing Cuphead then. We'll jump back into Cuphead. Maybe one of these days, if we get the majority, we can go back to Lego Batman. I'm leaving it up to the hands of the viewers, alright? And I don't want to see people show up like 30 minutes into stream being like, oh, but I wanted Lego Batman. Well, guess what? You should have showed up earlier. That's on you. Okay, so what's the difference here? So, okay. Wait, 3, 3, 2, 3, 5, 7. This is fixed. And this isn't. Okay, so this is... Alright. Wait, is that it? I feel like that's not incorrect. 3375. Will this work? I don't know enough about mail. This one says it's fixed. But how... I guess, like... Wait, can I check the file names, actually, and see... when they were edited. See, this shit's real confusing. Okay, this is 9/19/2024, 11/4/2024. Okay, but this was 2025. All right, this one is probably the most correct then. I'll place this here. Here it is, chat. Fuck, wait, hold on. Is there a way to, like, shift enter? Yeah, there is. Okay. Shift enter. Shift enter. Alright, chat. There you go. There's your damned PO'd box. But also, you know, let me know if it should work. In theory, it should work. Love watching people play Cuphead, but I don't have enough property to damage if I ever want to play that game. A little mean to the late viewers. You know I'm normally 2 hours late. And you're a part of the problem then. I'm sick and tired of studs and bricks. Alright, we're going with Cuphead. People have decided. I mean, it's not actually true. You could show up whenever. I mean, we do have a very special, you know, advancement in the final hour of the stream. I have no problem with people who show up late. I do have a problem with people that show up late and then they're like, "Oh man, did I miss the vote?" It's like, yeah, man. I'm not doing the vote in the an hour into stream. Okay, I gotta change the game category now. Like to roll the dice. By chance they came on Devil's Game, and gosh, they paid the price. We're almost done with this game. I say confidently. We finished World 1. See, now that I'm not as worried about 100%ing as I am for any other game, I think I'll be alright. Fuck. Wait, which one did we do last time? These are relatively interchangeable. Does anyone know if it was the middle or the bottom one last time? Game Aesthetic is my favorite in indie games. I see what you're saying, that you want someone else to play it. Bottom one? Alright, I'll take your word for it. I hope you're right. Demand a recount, head ass, lol. Damn, we're coming for their necks. Well, you guys are the early adopters, alright? You guys attended class on time. We're taking attendance right now. But I see what you mean, that you really like Cuphead, so you'd rather watch someone play it than play it yourself. Oh shit, this is I gotta remember how this game works. I don't know, I don't think I'd make it this far. Oh! I'm fine. Jesus Christ. Something tells me the game's gonna get more difficult. Is that crazy to say? I would love to see those patrons that said I was doing this poorly play it themselves. I think the note they said is like, oh, you were just shooting. But, like, why would you not hold the X button just while you're moving? You don't need to conserve ammo. Oh, it's Pac-Man. I know this guy. I died. But that's okay. Run it back. You're saying, as an artist, I'm here for the animation. Yeah. You know, it's not for everyone. That's kind of the way I feel about, I have been under the interpretation, because people say I'm bad at games, right? They said it in the Patreon, and I've been festering on it ever since. But have I ever not, aside from getting sidetracked, have I ever, like, rage quit a game? If I'm committed to finishing something, outside of, like, a scheduling conflict, because, you know, I haven't finished Tears of the Kingdom and Pikmin 4 and all that, but that's not because I'm like, oh, I can't play this game anymore. It's just like there's been other stuff. I've been very busy. Why did it start with this time? The little gremlin guy. I may be bad at a lot of games, but I'm stubborn enough to keep playing them even if I continue to suck at them. I died. If case in point. Except for specific Chibi Robo. I didn't rage quit Chibi Robo. I 100%ed Chibi Robo. You could argue that I gave up on SpongeBob and the Cosmic Shake just because, like, I thought I'm gonna just kill me. It's over for me. Because I thought that I was about to 100% the game, and then they updated the game so that you have to do every achievement to actually 100% it. And that's when I'm like, alright, I'm not doing that. I guess you could argue that's rage quit. But for me, for the most part, even if something's too difficult, I'm stubborn enough to keep going. I'm going to keep at it. Have I ever not finished a game I said I was going to finish? Don't answer that, actually. What I'm getting at is that there are very few games I will just straight up give up on forever. With the exception of Friday Night Funkin'. That's my Cuphead, where, like, I really love the music, I love the animation, I love all the, like, different fan-made modes, I love how people just, like, incorporate. People called it cringy, but, like, I like that Creepypasta has reached a half-life, like, an additional second life, just by being, like, Friday Night Funkin' mods. I think it's fun that more kids know about Sonic.exe than they know about, like, Amy, right? I think it's fun. It makes me nostalgic in a way. But I can do my Super Blast, can't I? Oh, wait, I can parry... Okay, so now that I know I can parry the pink guys, I don't know what killed me there. Oh, that little smoke thing. But for whatever reason, like, I just don't have the phalange dexterity to play a rhythm game on my computer. I never have. I'm excited to see what happens when I start playing Rhythm Heaven. You can see how bad I truly am at rhythm games. But Friday Night Funkin' is one that I really love that game and I've always wanted to play it. And I do try, but I'm just so terrible at it. I guess I gotta wait for a console release because those PC controls are really fucking me over. Ouch. Similarly, there's discourse on the web right now, Harry, about whether or not you're truly a fan of a game if you haven't played it. And I feel like my stance is this is on a person-to-person basis, right? Okay, let me fucking get out of the way of this freak. I don't know what I thought I was doing there. So he's not gonna run me over, you're just going back and forth. I gotta avoid the marbles. See, this is what I'm talking about. You focus on avoiding the projectiles and then you just hold the X button. I'm not missing, I'm just making sure I shoot every time I'm standing still. That was a bad idea. This whole thing's a terrible, terrible idea. The no good, very bad Cuphead player. Castlevania is going to test that theory very much old school hard. Yeah, but again, I am stubborn. I'll commit. We just got to find the time to do Castlevania. Actually, well, here's my thing, right? Thursday is still the Nintendo Switch 2 day. And for the most part, last year, what that meant is exclusively playing Nintendo Switch 2 exclusives. But now that this year's a little bit more slow, what we could just do is just load up the Switch 2 and play any game on the Switch 2. I'm pretty sure I have the Castlevania collection on my Switch already, for like the early games. So maybe that's a Thursday thing, I don't know. I probably should have paired that. Ah, damn it. Because maybe I should still finish Yoshi, but I don't think that game's going to be too long. And then we just have Rhythm Heaven, Star Fox. I guess we'll see, right? We have like 1 week before Star Fox comes out, and then we have to start playing the Switch 2 exclusives again, or the Switch games. Because this summer is like Splatoon Raiders, Star Fox, and Rhythm Heaven. Okay, so he's not going to run all the way over here. Yeah, again, just focus on avoiding the marbles. Or the jawbreakers, the gumballs. Hit you right in the gumballs. But there's an argument to be had about whether or not you are... You guys can hear me, by the way, right? I guess I should have checked in with that before I started talking. Okay, so there's candy corn. Damn. There's gumball machine. Just go up! Kill me.
Here's a real high-class bout.
Real high-class bout. Avoid the gumballs. I don't know why my two options were jawbreakers or marbles. It's very clearly gumballs. Shakes my fist at you in anger. Try and bait it over here. Okay. See, I'm not missing. I'm just holding the projectile. I say to myself to keep convincing an argument I'm having with no one. Anyway, the discussion of whether or not you're a fan of a game if you haven't played it. Again, I think it's on a person-to-person basis. I understand that accessibility is at play. It depends. I will never police someone else as a fan of something, right? Because I'm an absolute, like, Majora's Mask larp. I just watched the creepypasta as a kid and would watch, like, Iceberg videos about it. I, like, played a little bit of it in high school, but I never really got through it. Me, personally, I wouldn't say I am a fan of a game series. I could be fans of characters because they appeared in Smash Bros. And this is something we talked about on the pod, you know? Seeing Star Fox feels like seeing an old friend, even though I'm not really a fan of Star Fox games. I would say personally that I cannot be a fan of a specific game unless I have played it. But I'm not saying that applies to everyone else because, again, accessibility is at play here. And I mean, like, actual, like, disability accessibility. Don't say, like, I can't afford it. It's so easy to pirate games nowadays. You could play this game on your fucking phone, probably. But, of course, accessibility is also a difficult thing, right? Ouch. What I'm getting at is that I would police myself and say that I can't be a fan of something until I've played it, right? Because there's a lot of... I think I worry too much about being a fake fan of stuff, to the point of, like, I've told this story before, that I would get a lot of hand-me-downs from my buddy John, who was in, you know, the roulette stream from 2 years ago on this very day, and was also on those Switch 2 streams, because we were similar body types, and he was really big into rock and metal bands, grunge. So I would get hand-me-down shirts from him. And one time I got a Nirvana shirt from him. And I liked how it looked, but I refused to wear it out. Just on the horrifying chance that, oh, what if someone asked me to name 3 Nirvana songs? I easily could have just listened to Nirvana, but I'm like, no, I'm a big fan. I'm a LARPer. But there are a lot of series that I like in theory, right? These last couple of nights I've been falling asleep listening to Zelda Icebergs. Just because, you know, I wouldn't say I'm a fan of Ocarina either, but I'm feeling it a little bit now that, like, Ocarina is the big, I guess their big holiday game. Hold off that plan for later. I don't see the point of gatekeeping fanhood. I understand it to a certain degree of, like, well, video games are meant to be played. Because then you get arguments of, like, oh, man, when are they going to adapt this game into a show or a movie? It's like, oh, my God. It happened with the Mario Galaxy movie, where I saw people being like, I can't believe Nintendo fucked up their one opportunity to adapt the greatest game of all time. The best adaptation of Mario Galaxy is the fucking Mario Galaxy video game. There's no movie that's ever going to be better than Mario Galaxy is as a game. And my heart is still palpitating because, you know, I really didn't want J.J. Abrams' Portal movie or Portal show or whatever. It was less about any hatred for J.J. Abrams and more I just don't want a Portal show or movie, right? I just don't think that that works in any other medium. But now that very clearly the youngest director ever, Kane Parsons, is very clearly heavily inspired by Portal, I fear the doomsday clock is at 12. We are the closest we've ever been to there being a live-action Portal movie, and I am horrified. I don't even dislike Kane Parsons. I actually liked the Backrooms movie more than I thought I was going to. But I just really don't want to see an adaptation, quote-unquote, of Portal. My thing is also, if... I don't want to police people, but I do think that, like, playing a game and watching a game are not the same thing. And obviously, you know, you guys know that. You're not saying that. They're like, oh, no, this is the same thing. This is the best... I feel like I'm calling out a specific person. I'm not talking about you specifically. What I'm saying is, like, in theory, if a video game can be enjoyed without playing it, it probably isn't that good of a video game. That's my stance. If you can, I've said this with like Five Nights at Freddy's and like, I don't know, Life is Strange or whatever. If your game can be enjoyed via Let's Play as much as playing the game yourself, then it's probably not a very good game. Just saying the game audio is a tad louder than you. Okay, that's what I was asking about before. Thank you for telling me. Okay. I already bumped this down. Alright. What about there? How's that sound? Okay, chat. Go ahead and type 12.1. Remind me to bump it back up to 12.1 after this. I think this game in particular is just very loud. Good. Alright, perfect. Well, I don't know if you guys heard any of my discussion, but let's wipe the board clean. I guess it doesn't matter anymore. Okay, so these waves don't go all the way. They just, like, they're in proximity to the cupcake. Cupcake! I got this. I got skills. Alright. That's one. So, cupcake, candy corn, Pac-Man, gumball, waffle. I sound crazy. Yeah, Nurse, he got out again. He's talking about gumballs and waffles or something. Okay, that's waffle. That's good. Oh, my. She's C-3PO. This one I have to jump over. Oh. See, the candy corn's a little bit unpredictable. What the hell? Okay, so I can kill them. Jesus Christ. Okay, well, I damage boosted through that. Why would you use that there? You fool, Cuphead. Damn it. Okay, but I did kill the candy corn. So now it's just Gumball and Pac-Man? No, there's some other oh, okay. I didn't know this was an option. What? Huh? This feels like Flapjack, spiritually Flapjack. I've already portrayed you as the stoic Flapjack and me as the Chud Knuckles. Jesus Christ, please! And now I understand why you wouldn't want to play this. This is very stress-inducing. I'm not making this. Oh, I'm pitching a fucking loaf over here. Come on. What did I just parry? I don't know what I just did. Just fucking die, dude. Please! Ah, man. One, return the setting after. Thank you, bot. I just wish the FNAF 2 movie didn't do a whole human puppet. I'd be just as scared of it if it was a regular puppet from FNAF 2. Probably more. She got yo ass. I'm on GBA kit currently. Any recommendations? Yeah. What I want you to do. What do I have it on my calendar? On August 3rd, start playing Golden Sun. That's basically it. Because honestly, like, I've always been, you know, you guys know I'm starting over. I've always been big on Pokemon, but I wouldn't say I'm not even an anti-RPG guy. I just feel like it's not really the games I end up primarily playing, even though I love Deltarune. but the GBA is very much a RPG or remake machine. I think it's sort of like how now they're like, oh, Elden Ring on the Switch, Resident Evil on the Switch, you can play these games you love on the go. That's sort of what the Game Boy Advance is like. Like the launch titles, and that's another, it's a good time to have that kick for that because it's also the anniversary of the GBA. 2001 was a big year for games. Because that's when the GameCube, GBA, and Xbox released. And also Super Smash Bros. Melee and Halo and stuff like that. What they should do instead of an Ocarina remake is do a Melee remake. Because they're already doing that with Halo this year for Halo Anniversary. Not to be confused with the game Halo Anniversary. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so a lot of the games that are worth playing on the Game Boy Advance are like, oh, it's the Super Nintendo game, but you have it in your pocket. That all the launch titles were like F-Zero, fucking Mario Advanced. So a lot of it is ports of console games, but they're good console games. Mother 3, if you can get your hands on it. I died. Close with the music we're bumping. Yeah. It makes you want to dance. That's why it's so much louder. Finally learned about Isaac Goldenson. I have a very strict schedule, as you guys know. Now, August 3rd is a Monday, right? Here's what I'll say. I'll keep playing Xbox games on Monday up until that point. But I actually did want to play Golden Sun on August 3rd because that's the anniversary of when it came out. The 25th anniversary, maybe? And I've never actually played a Golden Sun. So I think that would be fun. I think that would be golden fun. I probably should finish more games before I start other ones. What is an appropriate amount of games to not have finished? Because mine's probably a lot, right? Parry. No! Just die. There we go. Wait, parry. Damn it. So I killed the waffle. I killed the... Yeah. There's you... I forgot there's a dash button. How long have I been playing? 40 minutes? I forgot you could dash. Oh my god, I'm stupid. That would have saved me a lot of heartache, huh? So I want to keep all of these. Okay, well, let's start over. I want to keep all of those cards so I can use them on the castle when it's chasing me. 319. I don't know what that's in reference to. I forgot what I asked. I know I will play Buffy the Vampire Slayer, like the Dark Hole King. You ever play the GameCube one? That was a part of the first ever gaming roulette. If you want to know more about that, check out that video on the BH Ultra Turbo channel. I'm just saying, those Turbo videos are like, I think an hour long, or are they 30 minutes? Something like that. You might want to do your roulette homework before this year's roulette stream, is all I'm saying. If the roulette is Saturday, I need 3 videos to come out concurrently, so it's Wednesday. So yeah, okay, so you have today and tomorrow to watch those 3 roulette videos. I would highly recommend it. So you get caught up, of course. Oh, how many games are reasonable to not be finished? Okay, 3 to 19. So let's see. What do I have? What counts as unfinished? Like not 100%? They gotta put me down. Yeah, now okay, I have additional follow-up questions. Is this just you haven't beaten the game, or you haven't like fully 100% of the game? Because there's plenty of games I haven't 100%. Start over. There's plenty of games I haven't 100% of. Story not completed. Okay. So Doom: The Dark Ages. Resident Evil 9. Gex. Donkey Kong 64. That's like 4, right? Pikmin 4. Tears of the Kingdom is 6. Yoshi is 7. Heart Gold is 8. What else have I played? Why? That's the wrong button. That's the wrong number. Prime 4. That's true. So what am I at? 9 now? Nyanub? Hyrule Warrior. Well, okay. I think I would need to have played it more than once for it to count as a series. So I'm at 9 right now. Lego Batman. Did I say that? Okay, that's at 10. Stop hitting the wrong button. Now we're at 10. Okay, so 13 is pushing it, right? Or 19. Cuphead also probably counts, so 11, right? Jump, shoot, and then B is dash. Don't forget. Don't forget it. Forgot I don't have the phase. Do you finish that Cars game? That's a one-off. That's not a series. The Xbox thing this year where we play through all my original Xbox games, they're all going to be one-off, so that whole series has a different Xbox game every time. Because we did it for Knights of the Old Republic, and we did it for Cars. I feel like there was a third one we did that I don't remember. I'm going to say for it to be a series, I need to have streamed it at least 2 times. Shucks. Golly. I watched a movie on Friday where a woman came, orgasms, if you could believe it. I didn't think they did that either. And then she said, golly, afterwards. And I never, Silent Hill 2, I played that one time. But I'm starting to see what you guys are getting at, though. Yup. Pokopia is another one. Pokopia, damn. Let's say, actually, instead of like one stream, a game has to go past 3 hours. I need to have played it more than 3 hours. Bad example. This is what we've been missing by not going to the movies 50 times a year? What do you mean? I'm a very special case. Listen, if I wanted to beat all these games on my own, then I would have done that already. The issue is that they're all stream games. And then if I wanted to beat fucking Balan Wonderworld, and I could just sit on my couch and do that. But it's a stream, so I want it to be entertaining, and it's got to be like 3 hours a day. Your argument is invalid. Because I go to movies for my own enjoyment. I play video games on stream. Because to me, it doesn't matter if I finish these games or not. But I'm just saying from a completion standpoint on stream. I'm talking about the Golly... Oh, sorry. No, it's a movie from 1994. But yes, that you are missing out. Sorry, I just assumed you were being argumentative. Since you guys are so anti-movie. I'm feeling the itch, because, like, I didn't go last weekend because I had a really bad headache. Probably because of that movie I watched. And I was gone for MomoCon, and then the week after I was busy. So, outside of The Amazing Digital Circus, which isn't really a movie, I don't think I've seen a movie in theaters in, like, a good month. That's not true. I saw Backrooms and Obsession, but what am I behind on? I missed Sheep Detectives. I think I missed I Love Boosters, which is a shame. I wish they stayed in theaters longer. So right now it's just what? Scary Movie 6, Mandalorian and Grogu, Masters of the Universe. Disclosure Day is really the only thing in theaters that I want to see. I guess it's not my fault for not going. It's more that the shit I want to see is no longer in theaters. I may have missed my opportunity. Oh, hold on. I should not read the chat by looking away at the screen. What I need is I need to do those games done quick. I need someone else reading the chat. I should have them all be TTS. Just read all the chats out loud. My robot will do it. I suppose the robot will have to do. Can I parry the pink one? I didn't mean to kill that one. Okay, now we're moving? Yes, now we're moving. Keep holding the projectile button. Just focus on avoiding. Avoid, avoid, avoid. Oh! Okay, that's gone. Damn it. Can I can't destroy these. I will destroy you and save all these lands. Not while the Triforce of Power is on my hand. Shoot an arrow or a bomb. Oh my god, something's wrong. You guys fuck with the Zelda the musical? Damn it. Is God is still there? I don't think so, but I got... Oh, we're so close. But I got notified that my three good friends, Toonerific Tariq, Hats Off Media, and Man of 1,000 Dots, all saw the movie in theaters and reviewed it at the same time. And now I'm feeling left out. I can't watch the movies at home. That's just insulting! Okay, we need to utilize our dash a little more. Total Tomodachi Island is still going. That's gonna keep going until the end of summer, and by that I mean mid-September. The thing about these stream traditions is I earnestly do not know how long Fall Guys is going to be around. Honestly, what we should do is get all the games that I haven't finished and do the math on which one would take the longest and shortest to do. I think it's less about, like, oh, I gotta go back to this game, and more that, like, now I have console-specific days, right? Thursday is the day I load the Switch 2, so I would have to play Switch or Switch 2 games, and this day is the day I load up the Xbox. What games do I not finish on Xbox? I mean, I haven't 100%ed Cosmic Shake, but that's its own thing. I think other than that, it's just Resident Evil, Lego Batman, and Doom the Dark Ages, right? Click, click, boom. Parry. There you go. That's where it's at. What I should focus on is playing every game that's present in Smash Bros. And Cuphead's a... Hey, now I get it. Soon enough, Deltarune will be added. It's only a matter of slime. You fucking die. I'm trying to preserve my my supers. All right, man. Sorry, I didn't mean to become Jamaican there for a second. Sorry. I get that from my father. Oh, that's like a super. I don't think that did anything. Oh, God. Okay. Oh, why is it bringing me close? Okay, it's never going to bring me up to the castle. Focus on not dying. That's our current goal is survive, is not die. Oh, shit, okay. How much of the FNAF story do you know? I don't know. The stuff that's in the video games? Nah, I don't... I know there's, like, books and fucking spin-offs or whatever, but... I think I get the gist. That, I guess, is a good argument for or against if you're a fan of something, having not played the games. I played the first 4 FNAF games. I never did finish Security Breach, but that, in my defense, that game sucks, is bad. But I give the power to the people. I let everyone decide what games I play, so that way I don't have to make a decision. Through all your battles and all my rhymes, you have failed and Okay, I didn't need to hear that, man. Let's do Roller Coaster. Carnival, Kerfuffle. Are these all boss fights now? I guess I can check the bounty list. Honestly, I prefer this. I think the boss fights are I think any Cuphead fan would argue that the boss fights are the fun. We don't need to keep restarting because we're still learning the fight. Okay. Oh, it can drop them on him. Great. I should have parried that. I miss the rage. This is going terribly. How did that not hit him? Not going great. Wait, almost all but the platformers are optional. Well, don't you have to do some of the platforming sections to unlock certain bosses? Because that didn't do anything. That does damage?
Good day for
a sweaty, sweltering battle. Okay, so the fire is more of a threat to me than it is. I guess I could just go behind him preemptively. Assuming that I can comfortably get over there. Alright, now what's happening? Okay. I think I parried somehow. No, upwards! Okay. Okay. That's... I actually didn't think that I had enough cards to do that. Or didn't know that I had enough cards. Part of the cards. I don't know what killed me, but I wasn't even close, so it's fine.
Good day. Go.
Luckily, we have a donation goal for games. We'll cross that bridge. We gotta restart the donation goal in the summer anyway, so I'm just gonna assume we're not gonna... Hold on, YouTube chat. Alright, I looked at the... Hello!
Good day for
Sorry I'm late, but happy channel birthday. Thank you, lady. What does plush... I have to say about this, actually, this is important. 7 years and happy pride. I consider myself a decent enough gamer in terms of difficulty, but for the love of God, I cannot play rhythm games. I just don't got rhythm SMH. Yeah, that'll do it. Nobody talks about how much the rhythmically impaired are discriminated against in today's society. But yeah, thank you for showing up. No harm in being late. All it means is that you didn't get to choose the game today. But hey, there's always next time. Okay, this is when shit gets hit the fan. How am I even supposed to... I don't even know what is and isn't, like, an obstacle. I hit him, though. Jesus Christ. Balloon animals think of the cup. Quite the goblet down. That's not a good joke.
this match will get red hot.
This match will get red hot. This guy has a red hog. It's only half red. Oh, he's half white. I get it. Yeah, I'm mixed race. My mom's white, but my dad's Italian. So the light bulbs are just a conflict for me. It doesn't do anything for him. But I got an additional card. Okay. Just right away, I'm gonna start hitting him with shit. Actually, okay, great. Yeah, no, fuck me, I guess. What is happening? Fuck you. I couldn't even see what hit me. Alright, well, we're gonna be doing this for the rest of the stream. I have had a lot of fun with Cuphead. And it's like another notch in my belt, right? Because this is if we're talking about this being the channel anniversary, right, as opposed to the Twitch anniversary, there was a period of time, I guess that's why I feel a little, like, not strange per se, but not as festive about the channel anniversary, is because what the channel was when it started out. A group of friends doing a podcast, playing games, and watching movies, and doing sketches, stuff like that. That's just not what the channel is anymore. I had to pivot in 2022 because everyone got very busy and couldn't do the channel anymore, which is fine. Because that ended up being the correct thing to... Why? Great.
A great slam and then
So, like, the anniversary we're celebrating on June 15th is the anniversary of a channel that isn't really that channel anymore, you know? As opposed to, like, the Izzy anniversary, which is when people started really watching. Start over. Similarly, you know, now that the routine is those videos every month and then streams still on these days, I have something to say about streaming once I finish this point, actually. Hold on. I always had it in the back of my mind that, like, oh, maybe the channel will reform. Maybe the boys will be back in town, and we can go back to what we were doing. My thing with unfinished games, quote unquote, is that, like, there are a lot of games, a lot of Let's Plays we started on the channel that I'm like, oh, we'll go back to at some point. And, like, the first time I played Cuphead, it was a Let's Play series with me, Ranch, and Ryu. And we just, I don't think have been in the same room together since that moment. I've hung out with both of them independently, but they've been on stream both independently. Just hard to schedule people. Everyone's got their own lives. So me going back to Cuphead like this on my own is sort of like is emblematic of that anniversary, that now I'm ready to move on from that group thing, and just especially now that this year's roulette stream is Friend Swap. It's going to be a thing that belongs to the community rather than belongs to, like, a channel group that is no longer a group. Which is fine. I always sound more, like, butthurt about it than I am. Because legitimately, you know, everyone else abandoning the channel is the best thing that could have happened to me. No smoke to them, but, you know. People only started watching after it was just me. I would love to be a part of a group again. And that's sort of what Friend Swap mirrors to a certain degree. It's more of just an excuse to, like, be able to play games with people. Did that do anything? Surely I gotta be close now, right? Fuck you! How close was it? Not even! Knock knock, who's there? Charlie! The Joker going on the Murray Franklin show. Yeah, I've got a joke. Knock knock, who's there? Charlie. Your son Charlie's been shot in the... Alright. So I could probably play this level and give him reason not give Cuphead a fighter slot. Well, it was an indie game at the time. It still is, I guess. Now it's an Xbox property. Anyway, now it's the summer again, which means Kai Cenat is doing his annual Streamer University. And it's interesting, like, what do they say, like 6 million streamers applied or something? And you see a lot of videos from said streamers being like, oh, come on, give us a chance. I get it, I guess. It's more of, like, more pandemic thinking that sort of, fuck, I can't use these individually. Okay, can I get high enough to... Fuck you. I wonder if I can... Does that work? I feel like I didn't do any damage to him at all. Okay, I was wrong. But this is only the first section. What is this? Oh, I see. Don't fuck with me here. Sorry, I'll finish my point I'll finish my point now, I guess. A lot of people seem to talk about, like, aspiring streamers seem to talk about streaming like it's grinding, like it's hustle culture. Like, oh man, I've been streaming every day, and I just need a chance, someone to help me blow up. Just give me a chance. All I need is to be at Kai Cenat Streamer University. But I don't know, like, streaming shouldn't feel like hustling. And also, like, I stream for fun, and I love doing it. And, you know, it is... I'm not going to say it's not difficult to do. It's definitely less difficult than, like, making YouTube videos, but... It does require... I wouldn't even say talent, but, like, it's like playing an instrument or, like, riding a bike. You gotta hone it, right? You need to get accustomed to it. It's not easy to just hit the ground running and immediately do it. My first couple of years, I sucked, you know? Can I... Will this work? Yes. Okay, so I can hit him with the super. Jesus. I love the donkey design, too. Because it's not just, like, generic rubber hose. It actually mimics the style really well. Fuck me, dude. Alright, well, let's make it count. Okay. Oh, Jesus. How close are we now? Why would you stand there? You fool. Okay, the car's coming. I saw it leave the background and we just gotta show up in the foreground. Yeah. Woo boy! It's stall in the air by doing that. Okay, so third and final phase, right? I don't know. Whenever anyone views, like, anything on the internet, YouTube or Twitch is like a get-rich-quick scheme. Like, oh, I'm just trying to support my family. It's like, well, you shouldn't be... I'm not saying that you can't have a family and be a streamer, but, like, that should not... Like, when I'm venting about being broke or whatever, I'm a fucking dude in my mid-20s, you know? Me not eating is not on the onus of anyone else, you know? I died. I was fucking close, though. I wasn't close at all. I was, like, halfway. I'm not putting anyone else at risk other than myself. It would be really... I mean, COVID helped a lot of people become streamers. Like, I remember when Rambrew was a random dude with 5K likes on the For You page begging people to blow up his video, be a part of the Dream SMP. That's rough. But that's the other thing. I like the idea of these community-wide events. Maybe not exactly the Dream SMP, but like a big crossover among streamers is fun. But a lot of people try to like make that a specific... I dealt with it a lot when I was at TwitchCon that like... And I should have expected this, that like everyone was very cloud hungry. I met a lot of nice people, but you know... It's a different culture as opposed to like YouTube where you're just like, hey, I make YouTube videos. Maybe that's an oversimplification, but like I said, I've always been stubborn. I've always been of the opinion that I'm going to stream the way I want to stream. And I'm going to make videos the way I want to make videos. And if people want to watch, that's on them. So when I'm like talking about numbers, whether it be monetary, like income or like viewership, just know that that's not me being like, oh man, man, what is wrong with the algorithm? What is wrong with everybody? Because quite honestly, like I make the videos for fun, and that's kind of what I needed to rediscover when I was at MomoCon. I was like, oh wait, no, I love doing this. I forgot that like once it becomes a job or you need to rely on it a little bit, honestly, that's what I'm trying to get out of the broke era a little bit. Not because I'm like, oh man, I'm in danger, but more that like I want it to be fun again. I want it to be freeform. Fuck me. Never mind. This shit sucks. I hate streaming. I'll start over.
This match will get red hot.
I didn't realize until watching it back that you kind of do a new version of it, but just not on the main channel. Yeah, I mean, that's what it is, really. I fucked up my... I probably didn't need to restart that. But yeah, like, I mean, the equivalent stuff that I wanted to do when that channel was a group channel, you know, going to the movie theater and vlogging it and then giving my thoughts immediately after, is now taken over by short TikTok videos and like letterbox reviews, occasionally on the third channel as well of the older movies. Yeah, video game playthroughs are over here on Twitch and then also on the Turbo channel, and occasionally in videos of their own. I will say that there's been a handful of times, it was actually like, the two videos that were canceled this year were about Lego Batman and were about wrestling games, because I wanted to do a big, like, Xbox anniversary thing. But I've realized a lot of it is that, like, I can't just like play this game and commentate over it or like give commentary after the fact. Like it probably behooved me a little bit more to just do this as a stream, maybe. So maybe the wrestling games thing will be like, somebody mentioned Alpha Rat earlier. I always thought about doing that, of doing like a pseudo main channel video pseudo collection where it's like, there's a bunch of stream foot, or like what fucking Pokey Tips and Johnstone do, where like it's a lot of stream footage, but it's narrated over like via script. I think that would be fun to do. That would be a fun thing to do if we ever fucking 100% brawl like we said we were going to do. But the reason I wanted the wrestling games to specifically be a video is because those games contain so much licensed music. And I feel like something is lost if you remove the licensed music. You know, maybe, I don't know. Maybe we'll go back to those ideas. I mean, really, all I gotta do for Lego Batman. There's just a different vibe between filming games at night and waking up in the morning to stream. But yeah, like everything, and then like, I haven't done sketch comedy since the group disbanded. I did really like writing stuff. I mean, I guess anything that I needed to write, I'm still writing by writing videos. But what else did we do? There is no modern equivalent of our creepypasta reading show or our webcomic reading show. There are a handful of things that were main channel staples that I think I would want to come back, just as like annual things. Because there were a lot of channel stuff that became annual things. The Atari, oh my god, the Atari Horror Show is one that like definitely could do if I could just get Ryu and Faye together just to record. Because during the pandemic, we were recording over fucking Discord anyway. Sorry, I was thinking about a video game, I think. Let me real quick, might be overkill, but I did get an extra parry in there. Playing much better, by the way. No, I'm not. That's the thing. What you said, and it stuck with me, what you said is that I kept just shooting willy-nilly and missing. But the thing is, I'm focusing on dodging. I'm just holding the projectile button, so eventually I will end up shooting things. Just off of the nature of avoiding stuff. Okay, hold on. Fuck me. That's just your fault. Love Ragtime Piano. But yeah, there's like a modern equivalent towards a lot of that channel stuff. Except for sketches, you know? I would like to go back to writing sketches. There's gotta be a way of doing it. No, I said you weren't aiming and kept restarting. Well, I'm still doing that. Restarting is part of it. You gotta keep as much health as you get to the end. Like right now, I haven't taken any damage. But when I do... I'll restart if it's early in. So, like, if I take damage before he goes balloon mode, then yeah, I'm gonna hold that thought. Fuck me! That's on me, I guess. Alright, well, let's do this the old-fashioned way, then. Oh, I didn't finish Starfield, either. I forgot about... What, it doesn't double parry? Alright, let's go back. That one's out of spite. True 2K19 with Passion, 2K22 with Booker T, and Bad Bunny, 2K25 Grind. What are we talking about? Start over.
Here's a real high-class bout. And begin.
Now I'm under pressure. This time I got it. The shareholders are watching. My job is on the line here. Got it down to a science. It's all muscle memory. Parry. Yeah, I don't think I parried that. I think I just destroyed it. I will destroy you and save all these lands. Not while the trifle. Okay, here we go. Okay. Interestingly enough, it didn't kill him. Too bad that didn't kill me. There we go. gotta survive the other bits and bobs. If you think about it, this game's actually a lot like Deltarune. And fuck, does it make sense for the Mii costumes to be the only Mii costumes that came with music were Cuphead and fucking Sans, right? I killed myself. Talking about the licensed music in wrestling games. Yeah, I was talking about the 360 ones that have like 3 days grace and fucking Skillet, you know? I don't know, maybe I do that on Patreon, right? I do like an extra session over there so that we don't have to censor it at all. Maybe the same applies to Lego Batman. I want to take a more fresh stance when it comes to videos. I mean, it's not fresh because everyone else already does it. Where I just work on every video concurrently and then I release the ones that are finished. I have finally landed on a schedule I think I like for the rest of the year. Because this fucking news era project has been really kicking my ass. But I think I've cracked the code on this one. I'll cover the summer across the summer. And then I'll do autumn in autumn. But that might mean I release like 3 videos in October. So be it. Hey, c'est la vie. I guess my hands are tied. I guess we're gonna have to have a big October. Ah, keep it going. Let it ride. Okay, check this out. I took damage off of that? Fuck you. Fush you, man. I died. But every WWE game I have is 90 plus hours in. Yeah, like, I wanted to go back to the 360 ones for the anniversary of the 360. And that Lego Batman one is now lost media. Because my thing for YouTube is I've always been very hung up on like anniversaries and schedules, right? I like specific dates. I like when it's like, oh, this video makes sense to release now because there's a new Lego Batman game. This video makes sense to release now because it's the 15th anniversary of this game. This video makes sense to release now because it's like 5 years, 10 years, whatever. And, I wouldn't say it's restrictive, but it's not conducive of me ever having a good work-life balance. But, if you want to help the cause a little bit, finally that Star Wars The Clone Wars video, the new one, is monetized. They've lifted the claims, because of course they did, 3 weeks after. But now I'm actually making money on that Clone Wars video. If you haven't watched it yet, now would be the time to watch it. I appreciate all of you who didn't watch it, specifically in protest because you wanted me to get paid. That's very sweet of you. Why would I do that? Why would Cuphead do that? That doesn't sound like something he'd do. Why would Pomni do this? I know Pomni better than anyone. Pomni would not do that. Man, if I wrote this show, it'd be better. Can you fucking die? What video I was watching ads? The new Clone Wars video. See, Ladybug agrees. I will destroy you. So throw that shit on. Cause now I'm raking it in. I'm reining it in. But yeah, like really anything, you know, if there was the idea of the early channel, you know, podcast, gameplay, movie reviews. I have all those things again. Sort of. It's not the same without the same group. And even like playing games together. See, that's been replicated via friend stuff. I think that the modern BH Ultra is really just the perfect amalgamation of those things. I'll rewatch it then. Yeah, the first watch is null and void. Okay, I want to avoid those. I didn't even know I had the full one. Okay, well, we only got like the first half of that attack. Why do you keep jumping into it? Why do you let him eat you like that? For once in your life, Cuphead, stand up for yourself, man. It's embarrassing. You're embarrassing us. I mean, once Weekly Monday Nights is over, like, I would need a new Patreon show anyway. I just thought about watching more wrestling, but playing wrestling works too. Fuck you. The cards are coming, I can sense it. Yep, there we go. Remember to use your dash. I feel like I keep forgetting that. That was unavoidable. Yep, sorry, nothing we can do about it. She just had a broken arm. Nah, we had to put her down. Sorry. There's nothing we could do. There's simply no fixing her. Why would you have me land on the spikes? Alright, got one out. I'll make it count. AEW has been really good recently. I'm waiting for... I mean, you're right. I should be watching it. I was watching a little Triple A earlier this year. Obviously for the El Grande stuff, but... For me, it's just like keeping up with any weekly wrestling show has been really difficult, especially now that I'm doing it for fucking Patreon. You're saying I could watch AEW on Patreon. That's a good point. I didn't think about it like that. That's a good point, Pogsbeer. You're saying you would pay top dollar to see that? Interesting. They got me. I just don't have anything to talk about. I'm realizing me and Chad, as a romantic couple, we have nothing in common when we're not talking about movies. I haven't seen a movie in so long. I'm so backed up on not seeing movies. I would pay top dollar. Whoa. What if Top Dollar debuted in AEW? What about that? What about AJ Francis? I'm gonna wait for world champion fucking Kofi Kingston to show up in AEW. It's like what? When is the 90-day? Because it was around. When did the contract expire? When is their 90 days up? Spikes get me every time. Parlay that into a media parry move. I just never have enough health when I get to the big top section. We'll see what we can do with this. Put it on my calendar the second I heard they left copyright feds. Like to parry my cat. July 31st. Wait, it's their 90 days is up in July 31st? Holy shit. Well, yeah, maybe that's when I start watching. It's the little fucking green gremlin guys that fuck me up every time. Fuck you! So they're always on the ground. Are they gonna jump up to me? It's his nose is pink. Parries my cat and then it just disappears. I was trying to shoot that before I rushed at it. Doing a double jump into my cat. But yeah, I guess I should. What do you guys view BH Ultra as like a summer thing? Which season is the most like aesthetic? Where you're like, okay, that's the because what I value is consistency, right? People that watch the videos and people that watch the stream, people that stick around week by week. But for the most part, people who actually watch pretty regularly, they do it in phases. Where they're like, all right, well, yeah, now it's time for my yearly rewatch of everything on the channel. And I understand that because I do it too with tubers. I think YouTube, from a number standpoint, values consistency, but it's not really how people watch content in the modern age. But so say it was summer mostly. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But I wonder if people like go back because I know people go to the Halloween specials every Halloween. I wonder if it's just an everything BH Ultra Halloween. Oh heavens! I'm dying over here. come back. Come back. I clipped him. I clipped his ankle just then. Let me parry and shoot. Can I parry and shoot again? Okay. I got a little greedy that time, but I managed to... Yeah, that killed me. I always circle back when I'm reminded of Total Drama also. Yeah, I mean, that would be the summer. BH Ultra YouTube is summer, but the Twitch is Halloween and Christmas thing. Yeah, because that's when I grind it out, really. In plotting out this year, I honestly did sort of just cancel... Not cancel, but, like... shift around whatever I had planned for December, because I think when GTA 6 comes out, I'm not going to want to be doing anything else other than playing that game like every day. Give me a recluse. We should prioritize our priorities. I do have ideas for, like, long streams, right? To do one very specific one. Again, I like the idea of a subathon. I'm just worried it wouldn't work. Does that make sense? Let me ask you guys this. If there was a subathon, would you guys sub to elongate the stream? That should be my question. Because that would be a good reason to, like, finish a lot of games. Because my thought originally was, like, to finish... Okay, that was on me. I was just trying to... Okay, once he turns green, let me do the fountain. Because that's easier to... It's so hard to not get hit by them, or not to jump into them. Alright, here we go, green. That seems like not my fault that time. If I'm not already sub short. Okay, but that's situational. Need a heads up when it's happening so I can have my money. I see. I already owe you subs, so yes. Well, that's the thing about a subathon is you could also, like, gift subs to other people. That's my greatest fear, I think, is that I'm like, all right, subathon, and then it goes on for, like, an hour. I would be really true. I very seldom get embarrassed. I would be pretty embarrassed if that happens. But I did also think, like, oh, maybe I should finish Tears of the Kingdom before new 3D Zelda comes out. But if I wanted to do that, that would need to be, like, an every Thursday thing. Maybe it should be. Honestly, like, once we finish Total Tomodachi Island and we'll have our Wednesdays back up, because right now we just have, you know, outside of the podcast and Tomodachi and Friends Up, we just have the 2 days. We have an Xbox day and we have a Switch day. I will say that as long as I finish Yoshi and Star Fox and Rhythm Heaven and Splatoon Raiders and Fire Emblem, fuck you, and there's like another one, right? And Ocarina, by the second year, then it will count still. Playing to 100% it before beating it, I don't think it's physically possible. You doubt me. I've been playing this game for 3 years. Very loud, rude jet just ruined my cat's sun nap. That was me psychically parrying it. Nintendo Switch 2 kicked the bucket countdown. Well, like, legitimately, what are they releasing this year? It's just... I feel like it was 6 games last time I said it, but I can only think of 5. Fire Emblem, Ocarina... Oh, fucking Nintendo Switch Sports Resort. Right. Ow. As long as I finish those by the next year, it'll count. This year actually gives me an opportunity to finish a lot of games because nothing's really coming out that I care that much about. My cat loves the stream. That's true, I forgot these are like, this is like crack for cats. I saw a TikTok video the other day that's like, here's how you make like catnip tea. And it was putting a bunch of catnip in a tea bag and then dipping it in the water. It's like, that's straight up just fucking alcohol for your cats. Twitch did not notify me of the stream at all. It hates your ass. Why would I not be streaming now? Also, you know what did notify you? The BH Ultra Patreon Discord server you pay to be in. Think about that next time, patron. I should pivot into one of those guys, since I'm in my fall-off era. I should pivot to one of those guys who's like, the algorithm is against me. I'm shadow banned. The internet's trying to keep me down. That I could form into an Alex Jones-esque figure where I'm like, oh, YouTube's trying to hide the truth from you. Then I can start grifting. As if I'm not already grifting. Watch Quentin talk about anything low. Love his format. I see what you're saying, though. I don't know what that's in reference to. Probably someone else. Said patron with so much vitriol. I meant to say patron.
Good day for us. And begin.
You need to shave your head again, though. That's fine. I already did. Wait, again, like as in... Again after last month? Or like... I am gonna, like, get rid of all of it, in a couple weeks, actually. These side parts are not really putting it together. Well, Patronilla, let me ask you this, Monilla Twitch.tv. If you were given the option to choose any game for me to play on the Xbox, or rather, if you were given the decision between Lego Batman and Cuphead, which would you have chosen? Chosen? It's an open book test. There is no correct answer, but there is a wrong answer. Youchie. Let me, get the jump over here. Fuck you! I feel like when I did the Sweets boss, I like, the time that I finished it, the one where, like, I actually beat the boss, Cuphead, okay, well, then it didn't matter.
Here's a real high-class bout. It's on.
What was I getting at? Oh yeah, when I did the Sweets boss fight, the time that I beat the boss, it was not anticlimactic, but like it didn't feel like I was about to do it that time. It didn't feel like, oh, I'm almost there. It kind of just happened. I prematurely busted. And that could probably happen here as well. It's once I get to the big top that becomes an issue. Like, I'm taking a lot of damage prior to the big top, but... Would you guys say this is one of the most difficult games, or is this, like, just played up by journalists? Because that was, like, a part of the allure, right? Is that it's, like, so ass-poundingly difficult. Trying to save my super, but I can only use it when it's green. Yellow is a no-go on the jumping. Fuck you. I probably didn't need to parry anyway. What would you guys say is the hardest video game? How does it compare to Metroid Dread? I didn't find Metroid Dread... Oh, that killed me. I didn't find Metroid Dread to be that difficult. But I also haven't played it in 5 years, so what do I know? Has faltered in difficulty nowadays. Interesting. Compared to what? I do gotta play those goddamn Castlevania games. Maybe I should start doing that. I think I may have pigeonholed myself in this hole. In this Monday Xbox, Thursday Switch thing. There's so many Switch games I gotta finish in preparation for a new game. Great. It's Tomodachi that's fucking me up. It's the cigars you smoke that'll give you cancer. I'm gonna save my super, so I'm just gonna shoot this guy in the eyes and the head. I thought it was gonna go under me. Well, I've got the 1 health, so I hope I won't die. Hardest video game is... Hold on. Okay, please be green. Okay, but I can still get damaged by this, which I often do. Hardest video game is stupid Frozen boss fight in Kingdom Hearts 3, which took me from launch game 2023 to beat. I guess I gotta hop on the Kingdom Hearts train soon. Hardest game I've beaten is Liza P probably, but I am bad at games. So people would still argue that like the Souls-like are the hardest. I think I should honestly start my Castlevania playthrough as opposed to my Souls-like playthrough because we still don't have a release date for Duskbloods. It might not even come out this year. Because Castlevania comes out in October, right? So if I started it like now, is the Castlevania collection on this console? And also, is it free? Follow-up question. Hardest game is The Binding of Isaac. Try to 100% that game will kill a person. I see. I'm learning a lot. They're all on my list. Nothing can stop me. I'm on my way up. Because I think, the thing is, all those games that you guys are listing off are pretty, like, accepted to be good games and are pretty, like, tight control-wise. They're not unfair, but they are difficult. I earnestly think that, like, the most difficult time I've had with any game are, like, shitty games that control poorly. As opposed to, like, any Mario or Dark Souls game. Yeah, I would argue the games that kind of suck are probably the hardest. And that's why they suck. They're so frustrating. I didn't parry that? Alright, wait, hold on. Wait for those. Just fucking shoot them now. Kill me now. There we go. Got too greedy. Okay, another green. Got the greedy green. I didn't think that was going to hit me. How many of them you wanted to play? Castlevania 1 is quite short. Yeah, looking at the older videos, this looks like you got stuck gold at a topic and then everything before perform. I don't know what we're talking about. How many? Let me ask you guys this. There's a lot of Castlevania games, actually. Hold that thought. Enrique! I don't know who that is. Castlevania. Do they not have the collection on this? Is that just a Switch thing? They have Dead Cells. Great. They have Ghoul Boy. Oh, thank God they got Ghoul Boy. Okay, they don't have the collection. Wait, no, they do. Okay, so what's in this? Castlevania 2, 3, 4, The Adventure, Belmont's Revenge, Castlevania Bloodlines, Kid Dracula, Okay, so those are like the NES Super Nintendo ones. But they aren't the later ones. So I guess we could start with this, right? So let's say, like... These are just the ones that Simon Belmont is in, right? Let me look into this. Which Castlevania games are Simon in? That's not correct grammar, but... Castlevania 2, Vampire Killer Hunting... Okay, Super Castlevania... Okay, so basically the first 4 is the Simon adventure, right? Right. They got everything. That would be a Switch situation. A Switchuation, if you will. Sorry, I saw something here. It's interesting that we still don't have a price for this game, right? But it is coming out, does they not have a release date listed here? They should. Well, look at this. Look at all these things you could do in the game. Interesting. Whereas my wish list... Yeah, these are games that came out this year that I would like to play. There's too many fucking video games, man. Alright, let's lock back into Cuphead. Thank you, Enrique. Arguably, if I wanted to finish Castlevania games before the new Castlevania, I would probably need to start now, no? Because if I wait for Total Tomodachi Island to end, that's like mid-September, which only gives me like 4 streams to finish multiple games, and that's just not doable, I don't think. We're working on the stream schedule while we're here. Because although I really like this, like, loading up the Xbox every Monday, happy anniversary. Damn. I got him most of the time, though. That might have been better than using the green, actually. Okay, we're doing yellow now? Yeah. Okay, stay down. Stay here. Why do I jump every time? It's instinctive. It's evolutionary. Jesus Christ. Alright, now we just gotta survive the big top. Need a guide for CV2. I don't need a guide for shit. Okay, there we go. And then I just gotta go on the, avoid the green guys, right? I don't remember if the green jumps, though. Do they stay on the ground? I guess they do jump, right? They shoot the baseballs. This one's gonna take me a fucking while.
A great slam and then stop. You're up.
I just don't know if there's enough time in the fucking year to do anything. I died then came back. Welcome back. Hi, back.
Here's a real high-class bout.
Am I lagging? Here's what I'll tell you guys, right? I guess the only other things are I want to do the Xbox anniversary stuff continuously, right? The original Xbox games. Yeah, I got a question, actually. Ow. Okay, preserve the laser. Can someone do me a favor and tell me how many Mondays are left before November 19th? Damn, I only caught him in the beginning part. Stop jumping into them. Okay, don't fuck this up. They got me again. 18. Ugh, okay. Whoa, hold on now. Maybe.
This match will get
Oh, but I've already started fucking Cuphead. I wish can I not stream every day? No, there's not enough time.
good day for us.
There's so much I want to do. 23? Well, which is it?
This match will get red hot.
22? Okay. I'm getting vastly different answers here. It's 22. Okay. Yeah, wait, I looked at October. Okay. I really think, as much as I love doing the podcast and doing Tomodachi, it's kind of really fucking up not having as many days to do all the other stuff we want to do. You know what I mean? And I guess I could just, like, stream again after Tomodachi, but I kind of don't want to. It takes a lot out of you. And also, there was kind of no also. It was just, but I'm committing. Don't let me land on the spikes again. Okay, thank you. Fuck you. Okay, the green, easy. Because I still want to play. Is 22 the new funny number? Everyone was so off. I was gaslit. I was wrong. Because I still would like to keep playing original Xbox games, you know, for the Xbox anniversary. But fuck me.
A brawl is surely brewing. You're up.
But I've already committed to doing so many other things. I'm scatterbrained is the issue. Because I think it's fun for every year to have its own kind of weekly show. I guess this one has Tomodachi, right? A specific show where it's like playing a bunch of different games on a console. Oh, I forgot I have to fucking hit the A button again. Fuck you. Do you think Cuphead would say that? Do they swear on the Cuphead show? Or is it like strictly for kids? It's got the devil in it. Kids don't know about the devil. The devil! I don't know why it shocked me that the Among Us show was gory and they swore-y. I just assumed Among Us was like a game for children. That's another game that like people really love watching. It's for kids, like a... Oh, why is everything for kids nowadays? The show should be made for me, a grown man. I'm dead. LOL, I'm dead.
Here's a real high-class bout. Here goes.
Watch the pay-per-views and really good recap videos they make before the pay-per-views. I think their channel is a little messy right now. It's kind of hard to navigate, but you're right. And this weekend, I'm watching Capital Punishment 2011 with my friends and family for the BH Ultra Patreon. Dude, there's a weekly Monday Nights that comes out tonight. I filmed it very late last night, so I'm exhausted during it. But the interesting thing about weekly Monday Nights is having a little, what's the word I'm looking for? Time capsule of 2011. And that specific episode of Monday Night Raw is sponsored by Duke Nukem Forever and Ryan Reynolds' Green Lantern. What a terrible 1-2 punch. I don't know why I did that. I think that bad controls themselves are really an obstacle, and the player has to work around and eventually gain mastery. Yeah, but some games just control like shit. Some games are really inconsistent. I don't think this game has bad controls. I think there's a difference between difficult and frustrating. And I don't think this game is frustrating. I think it's difficult. I don't think it's frustrating. I've never... On occasion... There's a lot of stuff that's kind of bullshit, right? Like, you're in the middle of an animation, but you'll still take damage. But that is consistent with the game's rules.
Is this a bit?
Oh, bits, hold on. What an evil time to make me read the chat. Wait, you want me to die? I know whose fucking bits they are. I'm trying to keep my super. I just keep hitting him in the head. Okay. 0 damage on that. Watch me immediately take damage by jumping into... Yeah, there we go. Probably did not need to... I definitely didn't need to do that. I see, that's how they get you. Caught him on the beginning part, though. Alright, let's do some parries. I gotta learn to duck more. I gotta learn to duck, man. Whoo, boy! Chill out. Fucking chill out, Scooby-Doo. That's a long chat. Reading chat the long ways. Duck, shoot, parry. Okay. Can we get rid of this cart, please? Well, I got 0 damage to the big top. So I need to kill the green guys before they start throwing their goddamn baseballs. Right? That's what it's teaching me right now. Oh, fuck, I forgot about that. And then we drop down. Can I even kill these guys? Yes. Fuck you! To get up on the... There you go. Get up, get down. Please, let me hit them. Fuck you! Suck my dick. Fuck you! Parry. Oh, shit! And on my first try, too. Woo! What do you got to say, YouTube chat? 22 Mondays. Now they got a new Green Lantern that people don't like. Yeah, well, I mean, there's no green in that show. Every screenshot we've seen looks like the grayest show ever. Ugh. Well, what? I don't know enough about the AEW schedule. When's the next pay-per-view? Beppy the Clown. So let me look at these Soul contracts. Soul Robber. No, that's... Wait, no, list, yeah. Okay. So 3 bosses and then 2 levels? Okay, so last time I checked the pond, I died 62 times. How many times did I die in that fight? 30. Exactly, a perfect round 30. It's good burgers. Ordering my nothing burger with a side of word salad. Who ever heard of a barbershop trio? If we can't find our 4th member, we'll never sound right again. Be a pal and let us know if you spot him, won't ya? Okay, so I did that. I did this. Okay, that's just a prop. Pyramid parry. Yeah, I'll just do another one. Might as well, right? My heart hasn't reached an unpopular BPM yet. Whoa, look at that background. Okay, now I gotta relearn all the fucking the shmup sections. Do I auto parry? Got it. Never stand just watch. For me, it has been hard to get into AEW because of the... I grew up watching The Fed, so I'm so used to, like, that pattern of, like, 4 weeks of TV pay-per-view, 4 weeks of TV pay-per-view. Okay. It's just like Kirby. I'd say it's just like Kirby. Bartley, Saw, Marajapu, and Krusty. Hold that thought. Open up! I want to speak to the genie. Do anything? Holy shit, a mummy! Holy shit, a mummy! The floor is lava! They got me. They got me on that one. Did you see that tweet saying the guy and the bride boss were the only humans in this game? The bride boss. This guy? This guy's not a human. No, I'm not a human. Ooh. I did see a YouTube short about Cuphead being bricked up in his plane. We haven't been up on the shorts enough. Guard, you gotta get that clipping finger. Slippin' Jimmy. feel like I've been really neglecting the clips of everything. AEW tag team scene has been really good, but at the same time I have issues with WWE that being old talent, but the main event scene is really young and good. Well, see, I've liked a lot of feuds in AEW. It just feels like a lot of them take a while to, like, because there's multiple months of build-up having to save for a pay-per-view. It's I'm starting over. The story's kind of going for a little bit too long. Oh, they got new. Oh yeah, I did read that. Can I just do my terrible time to do that? He'll come back, don't worry. Okay, that was a terrible time to do. Worst possible moment for me to use my super. Start over.
A brawl is surely brewing. Now go.
Oh. That's the thing about streaming, you know. It's not enough to be grinding it out. You gotta have a rhythm to it. You gotta be a host. Like this, let's start some drama. I don't know, I've never been willing to like change anything about videos or streams to be more palatable. I like being niche, I much prefer that. Not even post 41, just post 40. Having that issue since post-Mania 41 too. No, I'm not watching either. I'm just saying, I'm not saying one is good or bad. I'm saying that I am accustomed to 4 weeks of build-up and then pay-per-view. So when the and I understand why AEW doesn't do it, because like their pay-per-views are more expensive. I guess now they're on Max, so they're not. But it seems like anything I see from either company is just on TikTok or YouTube, you know? Alright, well, let's do our super now. I always pick the worst time to do this fucking thing. What just happened to me? Wow. What is happening? What, is that supposed to be me? How insult? Oh, I see. Actually, pretty good version of me. Now I pull the strings.
Here's a real high-class bout. You're up.
That hurt. More so than my character, it hurt my feelings.
You're up.
Damn. Didn't even parry anything. Alright, let's keep getting our shots in. We got a solid another hour. Actually, you know what's interesting about that? You know what they said? Speaking of stealing from wrestling. Some of you haven't been here these last couple days, so you haven't even seen it live in action. Wait. Hold the line. Okay, now he's gonna do... Now we go super, right? Wow. I don't even know if that hit him or not. What I do know... Hold on. Hold on. Did I win? Okay, what I do know is that now that we are 2 hours into the stream, meaning we have entered the 3rd hour, which means... Why was that one such slow motion? That's right, on stream 978, you guys are here for the Ultra Zone. Put the kids to bed. This is when stuff gets serious. This is the final hours of the Ultra Zone. That's when things are getting a little bit longer. And switch the channel right now. You're not going to want to miss this final hour of the Ultra Zone. That's right. Radical Ultra Zone. This is when people start showing up for the Ultra Zone. That's when things are getting serious. Not that it was never not serious.
A great slam and then some.
Get ready for a sweaty battle. I'm gonna have to do the math on streams after this stream. I wanna see something. I wanna feel something. I wanna feel it's real. I almost used my super there. I'm glad I didn't. I'm glad we waited. I wanna feel. I died. Exclusive on the Ultra Zone. Play BMX XXX. I should jump into Lego Batman exclusively in the final hour for the Ultra Zone. I have another thing planned this upcoming Thursday for another like trifecta of doing 3 things on stream, each for their own hour. See, like, on one hand, it would make more sense to play more games across one stream, doing multiple stuff at once. But, you know, something like Cuphead, now that I'm 2 hours into this, I've really gained a rhythm. That's why these flight sections are kind of difficult, is it's not too dissimilar from Cuphead at large, but, like, it is a different type of controls that you have to get used to all over again. I wanna feel... I can't escape it. Open up. Right in his fucking mouth. Too many times I've tried. What if they made a Spumco version of this game? Ouch. That's what I get for saying things like that. I shouldn't even think things like that. Okay, so we got gold, we got G. So now we gotta do the Cuphead section, right? Where he's Cuphead. Cop some new earpods. I flushed one on the toilet by accident. It'll find its way to you at some point. Someday you'll be playing around the sewer and you're gonna feel something between your bare toes and you're gonna think, wait a minute, that feels familiar. Hold that thought, actually. Did I even hit him? That section is done for. I'm done for! This has got to be the last section. Bill Cipher! This has got to be the last section, right? Oh, they do damage to me. Yeah, I think it's the last section. Yeah, I'm thinking it's the last section.
A brawl is surely brewing. Now,
I want to feel it is real. It is real. No. Run it back.
good.
Nasty.
Well battled. Here goes.
Oh, the swords, right? Of course, the swords. I gotta parry a sword. Damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it! That's my classic catchphrase. So you guys are missing quality stuff. There are people that do show up just for the Ultra Zone. Sorry. People that show up just for... Whoa, whoa, whoa! The jack-o'-lantern. Right now we're gonna do the open up. Did I get him? Did it work? I wanna feel, I wanna reel. I want a meal. Every time I play Xbox, it's some butt rock. Last time it was Cool Click Boom and Doom the Dark Ages. See, the issue is I keep starting games. I try to backseat. Oh! Hold on. You couldn't even backseat if you wanted to try. The chat is very small on my screen. Basically about the size it is on the stream screen right now. Ow! Did that do anything? Yes. But you can hold B to turn small and avoid projectiles. Oh. Well, no, that's the backseating I appreciate. Because it's not like, hey, you should hit the A button to jump. Like, I don't fucking know that. How, I couldn't have possibly known about that unless you said something. Thank you. But you can't parry what I see. But I have to hold it. I have to, like, claw this in a weird way.
It's on.
I see. Oh, but they're not as strong. I don't like that.
Listen.
I feel like it doesn't make me as small, like much smaller than the plane already is, and I want my damage to do more. You Ouchie. I'm sure it's culturally insensitive, but that ohm pose you just did, where you like cross your legs and touch your fingers like that. We used to do this bit when we were kids, where whatever song was playing in the car, we would do that pose and close our eyes and sing along or mouth along to the song while being fully at peace. We used to do it with Zac Efron's Bet on It. And it's hilarious if you're 9, which I was. I want to feel, I want to reel, I want to peel a fruit that still is inside of me. Ouch. I got hit by everything. Whole house mad. Can you do that now? No. Unfortunately, we lost the ability to do it in our old age. I don't got the legs for it anymore. You're up. You're out. If I had a Cuphead OC, they'd be a big umpire, and they'd also be a vampire. And I'd combine them, and then we would call them Vampire. But also they played baseball. That's why they play baseball in Twilight. The director got it wrong. They actually they misspelled. Their program auto-corrected vampire to umpire, and they're like, alright, I guess they're gonna play baseball or something. And they did. That's the most memorable scene from the movie. Wait for it. Open up. I mean, he winced as though he took damage. Ooh. You know, these bullets suck when you're small. Life sucks when you're tiny. Okay, got that bit. If I get bad enough at the game, I'll blame it on the film grain. Getting high off the film grain. Made a Cuphead OC before the oop, and I oop. Hold that thought. I don't even think I hit it. I don't even think I quit it. He got me. Before the show came out, his name was Sean Glasses. He was a shot glass. I see.
A brawl is surely brewing. Here goes.
Was he more adult because it was alcohol, or more of a child because he's physically smaller than a cup and a mug? That's like 5 seasons into the Cuphead show where they introduce a baby character to really spice it up. I don't want to do these cats. I don't like these cats.
Good run for us. Well done. Here goes.
I refuse. I want to feel. Oh, he heard me. He knows I don't like the cats.
We'll get red hot.
Eventually, I'm gonna load it up, and he's gonna start with the. He's gonna lead with the swords. Okay, yeah, see? Now swords, I can get into.
This will get red hot.
I'm not reading that. Don't say that shit. We got him. We got through that section at the very least. Go up here. The razor blades. These are the razor blades that are always hiding in our candy. You know, them. Oh, by the way, watching Halloween Kills, there's sort of an equivalent of that where kids are like, these kids pull a prank where they pretend that there was a razor blade in one of the candy. And it's this nice gay couple, and their names are Big John and Little John. And I like that it's a staple in horror movies where there's a lovely gay couple that have a a delicious looking spread. I was waiting for the 8 hot dogs to show up. Okay, well, I got that. I'm not gonna jinx anything like that of a genie. But I haven't taken any damage yet. Yet, being the operative word, but maybe I should have saved that super. I can still get it. Fuck you. Come on. Okay. Fuck you. I've decided that actually fuck you. Did I even do damage that time? I wanna feel. Okay, here we go. Why is the hat still here? Okay. What is this? What are you? Okay, so that does damage. Jesus Christ. God, Halloween Kills is bad. What were you building up to in saying that? No, that was it. Is that they had a spread a la weapons, and I thought it was beautiful. It made me hungry. Halloween Kills is very bad. I guess I could talk about that, right? Because I talked about watching Threesome. That she does a cum and then says, golly. Golly, I hope this works. As you guys know, every week I've been rewatching a movie from 2021. And most of the weeks I've been like doing them the exact day that I watched that movie, like 5 years ago. But some of the 2021 movies, the goal is to get 52 movies on my 2021 list because I only started watching a movie every week in theaters in 2022. So I'm like working my way back. And maybe I'll do another 5-year recap for the movies I watched in 22. We shall see. I already got hit. So I watched Halloween Kills, which I never actually watched in 2021, but it was on my list. I just looked at, for me to assemble a list of 52 movies, I looked at all the Oscar noms and the highest grossing films. For whatever reason, Halloween Kills was on there. And it's like, sort of sad, but also sort of magical in a way that the reboot movie, Halloween 2019, was meant to rectify the decisions of the past. And the decisions of the past is that if a horror movie is popular enough, they'll just keep making them even if it's bad. And there are maybe like 2 or 3 good Halloween movies, right? Because the week prior, we ended up watching H2O. Not the show, but the movie. It has nothing to do with water. It's just called that because it's the Halloween movie that came out 20 years after the first one. That movie was also bad. They went to Yosemite or something. I genuinely don't remember what happens in that fucking movie. Other than the mask looks like shit. The Michael Myers mask, they fucked it up. I don't know how they did that. But the fact that, like, a new young director made a franchise film, a modern adaptation of Halloween that was so good and was good because it avoids the past and avoids the transgressions of just, like, making a monster movie to make a monster movie. That was so popular that they had to become what they hated and make a sequel to that 2018 movie and basically undo everything they said in that movie where it's like, actually, Michael's alive, actually, I understand what Halloween Kills is going for. It's going for a mob mentality. Evil dies tonight. And the fact that he has, like, an anime fight where, like, Michael Myers fights off the entire town is funny. It's accidentally a really funny movie. But the fact that, like, I actually really liked Halloween 2018, and it's even more insulting that Halloween Kills is bad. And you know what? I like Halloween Ends. I know it's not, like, a good end to the franchise or a good end to the trilogy, but it was never gonna be an end to the franchise. Anyone who thinks a movie from 2023 is the end, the final Halloween movie, like, no, they're gonna be making this shit until long after we're dead. I don't know if you guys know this, but we tried to do it, I think, 2 Halloweens back because we wanted to watch these horror franchises. And we ended up watching Child's Play and Nightmare on Elm Street. And then I also watched Nightmare on Elm Street in theaters the year after, where we started doing the bit where everyone in that movie refers to him as Fred Krueger. Nobody calls him Freddy. To everyone, he's Fred Krueger. I don't know when they started calling him Freddy. But we tried watching Halloween on like streaming. It was on Tubi and Hulu. But the mix is fucked up on streaming. Like you can't hear what the characters are saying. And I looked it up. I'm like, okay, is this just a me problem? But there's a subreddit where people are talking about it like, oh yeah, it's built for surround sound. So unfortunately, the archive of one of the most famous Halloween movies of all time is just fucked up and unwatchable on streaming. I gotta watch it on tape, evidently. That's what I want to do next. I would like to do more like hyper channel stuff. I like the idea of doing the 2022 rewatches, but I wanna feel things that never real. Oh. Okay, now we just won't die this time. Hold that thought. Did we do damn? What if I just stay here? Never mind. Bad idea, bad idea. The hottest take you've had in a minute. Never heard anyone like Halloween Ends. To me, I understand why people have a problem with it, right? It's not a good Michael Myers Halloween movie, and it's not a good end to the trilogy or franchise. I really like it, and to me, I'm not trying to bunch everyone who doesn't like it together because there are solid points there, but to me, it's a little bit of like a Last Jedi situation where the people who seemed the most upset about it, it was less about the movie and more about like their favorite cool character that has been around since they were a kid. You know, this character from the 80s is weaker and vulnerable, and people don't like that character is weaker or vulnerable. Luke Skywalker or Michael Myers in that position. It's not a good movie, man. It's a good movie in a bubble. It is. Not just within the franchise. I disagree. Here's what you gotta do, Jay. You gotta, the most fun we normally have in that fucking Patreon server is every Halloween where we watch a different, like, Halloween movie every night in October. You gotta lock in October, and then we should watch only Halloween Ends and none of the other Halloween movies. I'll be honest, though. Watching a 2021 movie each week has been really, annoying. But I do like the idea of revisiting everything still. I want to feel, I want it real. But I also want to next year, since it'll be 5 years after 2022, watch the movies, because that's when we started the new movie show, right? We were talking about what the channel used to be. There used to be a show on the BHR channel called Movie. It was just called Movie. And it started as like a bit where we would talk about our thoughts before the movie, and then do a little vlog of going to the movie theater, and then give a review afterwards, and it was fun. But now that's like a TikTok series, right? Now those are their own posts. Fuck. Maybe I haven't seen it in a long time. Maybe I don't have the context, but I remember really liking it. Maybe it holds up. You never know. It could be the greatest movie of all time. People didn't give it a fair shake. So as a Halloween fan, what would you say are the best Halloween movies? Because I'm glad that people have come around on Season of the Witch. Because people hated it at the time because it was different. But now it's like sort of its own classic. So what do we have for the October lineup this year? It's definitely going to be... I'll be honest, weekly Monday nights is really fucking up my schedule for everything. And I'm the only one who cares about doing it. The thing is, I keep committing to stuff like, oh, I'm going to watch all these 2021 movies this year. Oh, I'm going to watch cartoons from the previous 15 years every week this year. Oh, I'm gonna play all my original Xbox games. Oh, I'm fucked. I like Coraline. I think we watched Coraline last year. Maybe we should just do it every year. Because the new ones are gonna be Obsession and Backrooms. Maybe we do the 28 years later movies with the new one and the Bone Temple. Maybe the drama as well. I didn't think that was gonna touch me. I want a Coraline sequel. See, that's what I think is like. There's a lot of things that I like that I just want to keep. Like for that Over the Garden Wall special for the anniversary, I think it was last year. Was nice. It was just one short Aardman special. I would much rather that, right? It's the same thing I talked about earlier with the Portal movie. I kind of don't want anyone to touch Portal at all. I'm content if there just is never any more, if there are no more Portal games for the rest of my life. Crossovers are different. I would like to see Shell and Smash Bros. That's just a personal one for me. I don't think it's incredibly likely, but I don't think it's unlikely. That would honestly just be a specific one for me. It's no one's most wanted character. I found both modern sequels to be borderline unwatchable. I am not a diehard. I should be looking at this one. I can multitask. More of a Nightmare on Elm Street person, but generically, my favorite is the original in the 2018 movie. I mean, I think people would argue those are the best ones. Of course, if you can watch it with the appropriate mix. In theory. But see, now I do like watching these 2021 movies, because every week we'd have this discussion. Last week or the week before, it was fucking Bo Burnham's Inside. And that I had a lot to say about, actually. It was on the Hyper channel. I want to feel, I want it real. But maybe I'll keep to my Fridays of being a movie in theaters and then 2 movies at home. Maybe 2 movies in theaters as well. And then do the other movies just on my own time. Maybe on like Monday or whatever while I'm working. We'll see. We'll see how next year. I want to be a little bit more laissez-faire next year. I don't want to have a strict schedule. Except for very specific stuff I want to do next year. Should I save my super? Fuck you. Answer my own damn question. So they're putting Scooby-Doo stuff in Dead by Daylight? That does something for me. I've never played Dead by Daylight. I've heard that they're giving away like 1 billion points or whatever if you have the game, which I do. Fortunately, this week's Friend Slop is going to be very busy. I guess in the realm of like playing other games that I normally don't, Friend Slop does afford me the ability to play more multiplayer games. Claw hands are too scary, man. What, in Elm Street or in Cuphead? Start over. I hate these cats.
A brawl is surely brewing. Now go. This will get red.
Get ready for a swell battle. Ooh ha 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 ha. Ooh ha 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 ha. Ooh ha ha ha. Claw hands in Elm Street, yeah. That's what they call him. They call him Claw Hand Fred. My good friend Fred Krueger, of course. I don't know why last year was a very Casper-centric year, but I'm glad it... Isn't there supposed to be a new Casper soon-ish? I want to feel, I want it real. Super. What I did earlier this year, at the beginning of the year, I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna have a list of aspirations, then we'll work our way around it. But my aspirations change, I imagine. Here's the thing: the Castlevania playthrough fringes on me getting the new Castlevania game, which if I push that off, I just won't have to do that. Watch Disenchantment. The background music reminds me of Disenchantment. Yeah, imagine this game, but imagine if Cuphead was the daughter of Pocahontas. Think about it like that, huh? I think I'm mixing up. Is it? No, sorry. Sorry, yeah, no, I'm mixing. Yeah, my mistake. I'm mixing up the Netflix show Disenchantment with the Disney series Descendants. That's on me. My joke wouldn't have made sense otherwise. I watched the first Descendants movie when it was on TV because my friend was over. It's fucked up that they call him the Beast. Like, you know, the Beast from Beauty and the Beast? He's like a guy now, and I imagine him being a beast was a very traumatic moment for him in his life. But they still call him King Beast. But they call him Beast to his face. I just thought it was really rude. Ouch. Seemed a little unfair to me. They're singing Happy Birthday. I was walking to the store. I was looking for a job, and then I found a job. Sorry, there's a game happening real quick. Give me a second. I think it's the lack of dash that's really fucking me up. Like, I know that B makes you smaller, but that's not a dash. Right? We're in the store and somebody got shot in the head in broad daylight. Like today? You don't know that not everyone is as scared and is transforming into a monster as you. So you're saying he's sad that he's not the Beast anymore. He demanded people call him the Beast, actually. Going to the local bar and somebody approaches me and shakes my hand. It's like, yeah, this is my friend the Beast. What's his name? No, we just call him the Beast. That does feel like a dude bro thing. Because he's such a beast at drinking. Was that one dating show where that guy showed up and he said it was like... Fuck, what was it? YBG Ron or something like that? And she's like, no, what's your name? I'm not calling you that. I talked about this before, that like I can't be on my high horse about like dating shows or whatever because I watch professional wrestling, and but my thing is that like to me the fun of watching wrestling is suspending your disbelief, is the belief that like you're pretending that this is a real show. But there are people who watch dating shows and like earnestly believe, like it's not even just Love Island, but like all these fucking YouTube shows with the girls with the balloons or whatever. Like, do they earnestly think people are finding their significant other that way? I don't understand. Because, like, no... I like to give the world a little more credit for being more intelligent. Nobody's actually watching those dating shows and thinking that those people are dating for real, right? Like, the cameras are in front of you, you know that it's a show. Like, you know that they're faking it. But I can never really get over, for whatever reason, that suspension of disbelief with dating shows. Because, like, it's so phony. And again, the same argument could be levied at wrestling, but, like, wrestling is a performance, and part of it is a performance. But when dating shows are a performance, people will swear by it being true and real. Ashley Norton's videos and various reality shows, those are very good. Some reality shows are fun just because they're a fucking clusterfuck, right? I like competitions. Maybe that's the thing, is whenever I watch a dating show, I'm always viewing it under the guise of a competition. So everyone's always mad whenever there's a girl on the show that's like leading on multiple guys at once. But honestly, that's the most efficient strategy. Why would you not do that? You're hedging your bets. That's smart. That's what you should do. I guess if the show... Ooh. Can't get on my high horse, gets on his high horse. You're right, I should lean into it. You are less intelligent if you enjoy dating shows. See, the thing is, sometimes I think I'm being pretentious, and sometimes I am just right. He doesn't seem to mind, lol. I wanna feel... Because, like, there's very few things that I think are making people dumber. I'm gonna stop talking about this. I can't be a fucking Twitch streamer talking about what is making people smarter or dumber, you know? I'm the lowest common denominator. But, like, I guess dating shows are like horoscopes or, like, star signs to me. That, like, if you're watching it and in on it, that's one thing. But if you, like, genuinely believe it, I'm kind of gonna look at you sideways. It's the same thing with wrestling, you know? Some people talk about for whatever reason. It seems that the power scaling Japanimation fans have stumbled across wrestling, and they still talk about wrestling. They know that it's a work, but they still talk about it as if like the WWE, like Cody Rhodes, is taking opportunities away from stronger competitors like Roman Reigns, right? Like they're still talking like power scaling, but they're still aware it's a work. It's interesting. I'm desensitized enough not to be scared, but not that desensitized not to feel empathy. Do you know what I mean? I mean, yeah, that's a horrific... I mean, you're probably processing it in a very specific way. They got shot in front of you, or someone just got shot, like, at the store? That's nuts. I wish I had more words for that, but I really don't. That's crazy, is really the front and end of it. That is insane. Also, I think it'd probably be bad if you were desensitized to it. So the hands don't hurt me, but the I-beam does. And then so do those lasers. So this is probably the final phase of this, right? Avoid the eye laser. Avoid his eye laser. And then avoid those. Assuming they don't... Oh, okay. Never mind. I was gonna say it's not gonna get more difficult, but... I did it, though. My question is, that one took like 33 minutes. Of course, after all, we are inside the Ultra Zone right now. So it took a little bit to get caught up. Can I beat a boss in 27 minutes? I feel like on average, that's about how long they last, right? What's through here? This might be just a normal level, right? Good timing, fellas. I just added an upgrade on your aeroplane. Areolas. Mini bomb. I probably should have got that before I did that fight, huh? Yeah, this is just a regular level. Okay, this is gonna be a little easier. Shoots hard on dating shows. This is a shoot promo. I just think they're bad and dumb. Is that fair to say? Start over.
You're up.
I don't know, I've never been one to be like, I've always, and this might be pretentious or something, but like, maybe it's me like autistically like not understanding what people are saying when they say it, but I never understood, I don't want to sound like fucking Sheldon Cooper here, but like whenever people talk about turn your brain off television, it's like, why would you're gonna die if you turn your brain off. I hate the idea, and there's a very specific, is this Yoshi's Island? There's a very specific YouTuber that people swear by their essays. Can I just keep doing this? That talks like this. The idea that like they talk like they're a fucking coal miner. And they're like, oh, after a long day of work, I don't want to be reminded of all the horrifying stuff outside. I just want to turn my brain off. That's such a dumb way to engage with art.
Now go.
But no, he made a good video about HBox, so... What the hell was that? It's interesting how a lot of those edgy guys in that edgy circle were all about offending people, and then as soon as people joked about Charlie Kirk, then they're like, guys, this is serious. Is that fart always there? This is not going well. I'm shooting too hard. This is a shoot, brother. Shoot promo time. I'm dying. I'm starting over.
You're up.
Let's kill this guy. Fuck, marry, kill. Chalice Girl, Mugman, and Cuphead. You guys go first. you say H-box or H-bomb? I said H-box. I meant to say H-box. I don't know if I said that though. I've been seeing people turn on H-bomber guys like film and TV show analysis. And I think people are saying it to... People are very defensive of their own opinion, so if somebody has a differing opinion, they think that, like, they're bad at arguing or something. And I've seen that happen with H-Bomber Guy. Just know that I have disagreed with his takes on Doctor Who the entire time. I still think he's good at it. I just disagree with him. Hungry Box, the very same. This was supposed to be a short little coy tease, but you guys are stretching this out too much. Alright, we gotta move. I'm taking too much damage. I know that ragtime music has existed for longer, and it probably, you know, it definitely came first, and then Nintendo just took it, but fuck me. Society, we witness so much violent media, and the reports of school shootings only in America. This level of desensitivity that happens automatically. I think desensitization happens with a distance from it, right? I think that desensitization happens when you like hear about it all the time. Hearing about it, but like it's the same thing where people are like, "Oh shit, now that this issue is affecting me, now I care about it," right? It's different from like actually seeing it, actually witnessing it, right? Being a part of it is a whole different traumatic event. I'll parry the next one. I just jumped in a hole. I just can't cast the stones. I don't like dating shows, but I can't imagine being bothered that people do. I also don't like most of the cartoons you talk about, or really many cartoons in general. I'm not gonna say that it's invalid or something. I think it's different.
Here goes.
I understand what you're saying. I just don't. I guess what I'm getting at is I don't understand it. I really hate the idea. It's more the philosophy. It's less about specific shows and more the philosophy of like, oh, I want to turn my brain off to watch something. I've always hated that idea. That engaging with art is like, at that point, you're treating it like slop. And there's a lot of people that are like into it ironically, and they're like, no, I watch it because it's bad. And like, I do that with a decent amount of shows too, but like, it's more just like an extrajudicial extension of the idea of turning your brain off that I really hate. Damn. I understand what you're saying, right? You want to, like, unwind and not stress about something after a hard day's night or whatever. But choosing to word that by saying, like, I want to watch something that doesn't challenge me at all. Damn, I was trying to dash through that. Coming for the Big 7 is insane. This is what I've always wanted to do for my anniversary. Because there's not much I could do for the channel anniversary. The channel anniversary, if we're doing it properly, would require the group to get back together, which is nigh impossible. Obviously, everything I say in videos or streams is hyperbolic, but there is a bit of me that genuinely believes that, like, there's a level of desensitization that comes with these shows. I just don't get, like, I'm just more questioning it, like, do the people who watch them genuinely believe them? I think there's very few, like, shows or movies that I think are bad that are genuinely harmful. And I just think they're bad. And I just think they're bad for you. What would Cuphead do in the Big Top? Probably whatever he's doing right now. Fighting for his damn life. He would shoot them with his handgun. What if Cuphead met Cain? We're fine. Oh, it's fucking you guys. Damn it. Wait, I'm fine. I'm actually rocking. There's a coin down there. Not a fellow like me, I see. Do I know how many coins I've gotten in this level? Coins. Can I kill him before? Damn.
It's on.
Bad for you in what way? I just feel like a lot of them are inherently misogynistic. It's sort of like, it's the modern, or I guess it wouldn't be modern equivalent. It's our equivalent of the Hunger Games, right?
Here goes.
It's just a microcosm of all beauty standards and all like societal standards when it comes to dating in general, right? What we need is a Portland polycule dating show. Really mix it up a little bit.
You're up.
It's always this guy. I probably don't need to kill that guy, yet I'm set on doing it every time. Wait, this is a perfect run. Alright, I'm gonna shut up now. I'm gonna lock the fuck in. Hold on. Show my big fat mouth. I almost got it. This is the run. I can feel it. I can feel it in my bones. I wanna feel. I wanna reel. I want a meal inside of me. Break those. Get through the top. Big top style. Now's your chance to be a big top. We got it. We got it. We got it. We got it. This is it. I can feel it. I can feel it. Feel it. Feel it. Feel the vibrations. I just need them to die. Wait, we're good. We're good. We're good. We're rocking. Everything's perfect. Got 18 minutes to finish the level. How hard could it be? Grab the coin. Keep going. Skip on past that. Okay, so now I know that yeah, okay, he's gonna move. I gotta get into a rhythm of
It's
it.
on.
Keep moving. Damn it.
And begin.
I'm gonna keep moving. I don't know what happened there.
Now go.
I think you think too much. What's wrong with thinking? That's what I don't understand about the turn your brain off. So why would you not want to think? That's like literally all we are. We're fucking brains piloting skin mech suits. That one was entirely accidental, but I'll take it. Fucking green guy again. That goddamn green guy that I hate. Wait. Guys, this might be the perfect run. Obviously, you know, everything's hyperbole, but... Or maybe I'm... Wait. I don't know. I think I just take it, not personally, but... When people separate, like, an entertainment value from art... maybe it's pretension. Maybe it is, right? But, like... The slopification, right? Because, like, people were memeing about that AI Fruit Love Island stuff, but, like, is that really any different from regular Love Island? Okay, I got him. I'm waiting for his corpse to go away. I don't know if it's gonna kill me or not. Oh, wait, normally these have, like, mini-bosses at the end, right? There's the A. There's Andrew 8-Ball Alcatraz. You overthink simple things that don't really require that much brain power. Incorrect. You take my breath away? Incorrect. If that happened, I were to die. Well, again, I'm not trying to sound like fucking Sheldon Cooper, but... I mean, obviously enjoy what you enjoy. I just think it's funnier to make fun of it. Because it's bad.
It's on.
Excuse me. I think everything about dating in general, from a cultural thing, the way people talk about it scares the shit out of me. People are really weird. I think it's more just like a, fine, if we want to get into it, more of like a heteronormative society that like felt really oppressive maybe isn't the sense, but like annoying to me as a kid that like, or just like as a, you know, as an adolescent coming into the world, that people view like dating and getting married, or they view dating as like an end goal to get married. Like the ultimate goal is to get married, and that's really all your life amounts to. And dating is like something they don't enjoy doing, but have to do. People treat dating like it's like homework or like joining the Marines or whatever, and I don't understand. Shouldn't you enjoy doing it? Why would you go on dates with people you don't like? Maybe I just don't get it. Maybe I'm not the target demographic. I think that's what we've learned, is that I am not the target demographic here. It's all slop. I think I'm equating a very specific style of show to the separation of TV shows from like actual pieces of art. In a very YouTube-centric or just, you know, streaming in general-centric culture, people view entertainment as extensions of pieces of art as disposable, and that's what. Can you enjoy dating and also want to get married? Yeah, you could, in theory, do both of those things. In theory, yes, you could. I just want no part of it. I refuse to play the field when it comes to watching these reality shows. Or maybe I don't believe any of that. But boy, did we have a good discussion. How much time I got? When did the stream restart? What are we at now? Hold on, what time is it? Got like 10 minutes? Why did it? Is this still one solid VOD? Let me go check over on fucking Turbo. Because I don't want to have to download this again and then re-up it. Are we still live over there? Am I still alive? Yeah, this is live. Wait, let me go to the lives tab. As in, that's where it tallies all of my lives together. Yeah, I mean, this is still like one solid thing. Okay, well, we're good then. Don't want to accidentally close something else. Okay, but that timer reset. All right, well, I'll just go off of this regular time, which means we got 9 minutes. I guess at the end of the day, I just don't like them. I don't get it, I think. That's the main thing. It's not any, like, vitriol or, like, hatred or like, pretension. It's more confusion. I think it's, like, a joke that I don't feel, like, in on.
Now go.
I do think that often there are a lot of popular queer communities that are very dismissive of everything outside of it. However, I do think that the term het slop applies.
And begin.
I'm glad we're back. I don't know, I've always thought that, like, dating should be a fun thing you enjoy doing. Maybe it's just, like, you know, the frame you see of people on social media isn't actually what their life is. It's just what they're choosing to portray. But it seems like everything I see on my feed that isn't, like, you know, insane shit from schizophrenics on my feed is everyone complaining about the opposite sex and also dating. It was like, you know that dating is entirely optional. You don't have to do that. It's just not my field, I guess. I feel like I'm making, like, an apology video for being a bigot. Listen, I have tons of friends that watch Love Island. I just don't think you could pay me to watch it. And you could pay me to do a lot of things. Listen, I have no pride in my body whatsoever. I will do a lot of demeaning things for money. But I won't do that. But I won't do that. Okay, so I gotta fight the pretzels. How many of these coins do I have? It's gotta be the end of the level, right? Oh. Okay, just stay alive, because we're coming up on time, and this is basically the end. Just don't fuck up even one time. How hard could that be? because I see the value, not value per se, but like I understand why people put on background noise, right? Like when I was editing, I would put Euphoria on in the background because I didn't respect Euphoria. I know it's a bad show. I just did it. Wait, honestly, I don't believe anything. I'll say anything to get that numerical number up on the amount of time being streamed. Dashing might cancel your vertical momentum during the trampoline part. What if it paid your rent though? Well, like there's a lot of things that I could do that would pay my rent. Like, you know, whenever I'm talking about being broke or whatever, like yeah, if I just pivoted to just being a total drama guy and like grifted that, then I'd be famously wealthy, but I don't want to do that. So I'd much rather be broke doing this than comfortable doing anything else. There's nothing I write off that way. I think you are certainly being very pretentious. There are bigger crimes, though. Sure. Again, I'm not writing it off as unwatchable. I don't want to watch it, right? It's more... I think the issue at hand here is less about the show and more what, for me, the show represents is the idea of, like, disposable entertainment and turn your brain off stuff. And I've always hated that term. The idea of watching a show passively instead of actively, or watching anything with, like, watching a movie or TV show with your phone in the other hand, like, just scrolling, just background noise. For me, YouTube is a background noise thing, but if I'm watching a TV show or a movie, I don't want any other screens. I want to be doing that one thing. And maybe, in a way, we've been talking on this stream about, you know, all the video games I'm behind on. Same for movies and TV shows. Maybe my affinity for having to be solely focused when I watch them has been preventing me from watching these other shows. Maybe, because I don't view multitasking as like a proper way to watch shows. But that's just for me. Again, like, you are right. It's all down to preference. For whatever reason, my brain ain't wired that way. You are your fucking brain. I'm gonna check how long the VOD is over here. Okay, that's 2:53. So, like, yeah, an additional 7 minutes. Yeah. Wait, is that right? Yeah. I just gotta watch that clock kick down. The Ultra Zone, exactly. We're in the final hour. We got, like, what, 5 minutes? What do you guys want to talk about now? Let's get into another argument. See, say what you will about it. This is the same thing I was talking about with the H-Bomber guy thing, is that, like, I have agreed or disagreed with him on those Doctor Who takes basically the entire time. It's coming up on, like, a decade now since that video came out. But I still like him, right? But I've seen a lot of people talk about his, like, video game or film criticisms or videos like that, and instead of saying, like, oh man, I disagree with this, they're saying, like, oh, he's bad at arguing. And you see that a lot. People are very staunch in their stances and very objective that, like, this thing is good, this thing is bad, and anyone who says contrary is simply just bad at discussing their points. And I don't like to view it that way. I like that we all disagree with a bunch of fucking shit, and we could still come here. I think gay people need gay slap. I mean, they have it, right? I mean, how many... I shouldn't say that. Yeah, it's called Arcane. That's right, I'm saying it. Listen, I'm an ally, but you cannot pay me to watch Arcane. There we go. See, point made, point clear. That, like, I understand why people are have an aversion to disagreeing, because more often than not, the term, like, oh, we can disagree and still be friends, is said by, like, old conservatives that want trans people to die and think Mexicans are, like, evil or rapist inherently. So, like, oh, well, we can have different opinions but still have a good Thanksgiving. It's often misappropriated as that, but genuinely, like, I say what you will about these streams, all right, but I saw an opportunity. I'm not a grifter per se, but I saw an argument to be had, and maybe I strawmanned myself a little bit to get the argument going, but I wanted to hear what everyone had to say, and I saw that we had an additional 30 minutes on stream, and think about it, that argument carried us through the last 30 minutes. I'm not saying that there aren't bits and bobs that I agree with what I said. I'm just saying that we're gonna remember this discussion. What the fuck, that show was beautiful? Yeah, but was it good? Whoa. I want to say, too, because I never mentioned it, but I like the red border outline around the webcam, so the boxes and webcam are still connected. I always struggled with stream layouts to figuring out where to place the camera without it being too interruptive for the stream. Well, thank you. There's definitely, like, a problem in a lot of streams you see with, like, over-designing, I guess. Like, you see it a lot, and this is sort of touching on what we talked about earlier, where, like, those streamers that really wanted to get into Kai Cenat University, Streamer University, that they're like, oh, I'm grinding away. They're the kind of people that, like, watch, like, tutorials on, like, oh, how to get viewers. You ever see that where you're scrolling and they're like, hey, if your video's not getting views, this is how you do it. I think that with the internet, each individual app will serve those to you if you aren't doing well, because on my main channel I don't get videos like that, but whenever I log in on the third channel, which, like, it doesn't matter if people are subscribed to the third channel, it's just kind of a dump for me, all the recommended videos, and I never watch videos on that channel, so it's all like default YouTube, are all like how to go from 5 views to 5 million views, how to drum up subscribe. I think they're like selling it to people as a grind set. Similarly, you'll watch a lot of videos like, here's how to make a stream layout, and it'll be like floating retro futuristic stuff. There's like so many screens going on. Even this, like, I really like this layout because if you really wanted to, you could zoom in just on the game and avoid everything else. Even this layout is a little messy, right? For my blood. Like, honestly, the Prime is like the Friend Slop and Total Tomodachi streams, and that's just the game screen, right? And of course it doesn't portray the chat on screen. This is as much, I'll get into it. I used to have a green screen behind me and I would just pace myself over the game, but this way you could see more of the game and you also have the set underneath it. I think I've landed on this layout. This is probably going to be the main one I stick to, but for the most part, I do think that there is a problem of over-designing, because I've said this before, when it comes to YouTube videos, I love watching YouTube. You know, I've been watching YouTube my entire life, so I'm an active part of the community, and you see other people doing something, and you think, oh, I want to do that, I'm going to figure out how to do that, and you're not stealing, but you're taking from multiple different people, and you're learning from each other. I don't really watch Twitch, not nearly as much as I stream on it. I will watch streams of, like, or clips of Germa, Coney, Northern Lion, Snapcube, or whatever. And those streams, which I would argue are some of the best streams, is just the game screen. Sometimes not even a face cam. And those guys can get away with it because they have such an iconic brand and voice that, like, if you're seeing just the game screen, you know it's them because you can hear them. With me, if you're seeing gameplay with a red border around it, then you know that I'm playing it, right? That's the signature, really. But this is as far as I'll go in over-designing, because even this, like, over here, this is a little bit of a nightmare. I like the ticker tape in theory, I like the bars, I like the wheel, and we have the tree in frame. But for the most part, this is my realm, right? Just sitting here and talking. And I think I would like to make more Coney-style, like, turbo videos, where I do, like, on today's video, today we're trying to beat Super Mario Sunshine, like, filming these intros like this, like I did for that one turbo video. I would honestly like to do more. Like, more intros like that. I think that the roulette ones are going to be a little different. I may have extended over time here. I may have been talking for too long. No, we still got time. What are we talking about over here? That's why I don't like streamers like Ludwig. Ooh. The music and animation made my ears and eyes say golly. That's fair. They jutted out like a cartoon character. For me, it's just like I knew what they were doing. My one friend who really likes League was showing me the show, and I knew what he was doing. And I watched the first 2 episodes, and the episode's like 40 minutes long. And I was like, yeah, I don't really like this. And he was like, no, it's okay. It gets good after the time skip in episode 3. I was like, okay, so it gets good 3 hours in. That's good to know. Cartoon She made a video about Chimptopia. That was fucking fast. See, that's my thing, is that I like the... I think in a realm... I'm going to stop talking. There's a lot I want to say. I will hold off, though, because there's more streams to be had. Until next time... Happy anniversary. I'm glad we argumented today. What did I just... I'm done. Shut my brain off. Just like all those viewers.